Today I have a very exciting tutorial for you because I'm going to be showing you how to start your very own personalized print-on-demand store using Shopify. Personalized print-on-demand is the process whereby a customer can upload an image of their friends, their family, themselves. It gets turned into a cool design, and then that cool design gets printed on a particular product such as a phone case, a cushion cover, a pair of socks, or any other type of product that you could potentially think of. Now in this tutorial I will be showing you how to create the store so that it is beautifully designed and it is going to entice your customers to want to make a purchase. And I'll be showing you how to create pictures like this to showcase your products in the best possible way. I'll also be showing you how you can actually go and create the products so they are fully customizable by your customers. So the customer will be able to upload an image of themselves, their friend, their family, their pet that will get printed onto the actual product. They can go and choose different colors of the product. They can go and add initials to the product. So there are so many different things that they can do in order to actually customize their personalized product. And that is why it is a personalized print-on-demand store, because each product will be personalized for the customer. And also be showing you how you can go and write great product descriptions for your products, how you could go and actually import these products from a third-party fulfillment company, and also how you can go and create all of the necessary pages such as the contact us, shipping, delivery, and all of the other pages that are needed for an e-commerce store, and loads of other little things like how to create a logo, discount codes, and all of these types of things. So if you have been looking at how to create a personalized print-on-demand store, then this is definitely the tutorial for you. So without further ado, let's begin with the tutorial. So what actually is personalized print on demand? Well, basically it's the process whereby a customer can upload a picture either of themselves, their friends, their family, their pet, and then we take that picture, turn it into a certain design, and then we print that design on a particular product. So if we have a look in my case, the customer can upload, if you can see that, a kind of selfie of themselves, then the selfie gets turned into a cartoon, and then the cartoon gets printed on to the phone case. It's a really simple process. Now with personalized print on demand, these phone cases cost me I think around $10.50 for the actual case, and then $5 for the design. So that's $15.50, and you could easily sell these cases for around $30. So you're going to make around a $14.50 to a kind of $15 profit on just phone cases. Now obviously you can go for different products, different items, and depending on the design and also the product, you can always make a lot more profit than that. And the really great thing is I ordered these from Printful and they came in about kind of 6 days. So by the time that I created the design, uploaded it and ordered it, it arrived to my house in 6 days. So really quick shipping times. Now, of course, within this tutorial, I'm going to be going through everything. So how you can actually go and pick products, pick designs, and also then how you can build your store from scratch and how you can actually start creating ads for that store as well for your personalized print-on-demand business. So firstly, let's go over why you might want to start a personalized print-on-demand business. Now, of course, besides the fact that you don't have to hold any inventory and you don't have to have a massive upfront cost, which is a very obvious reason why you might want to start any type of business, because this is a form of dropshipping. So we obviously know we don't have to keep any inventory. The print-on-demand company will print it for you and send it out, and that means you don't have to have a massive upfront investment. But apart from that fact, there are other few key reasons why you might want to get into personalized print-on-demand that I have outlined here, and I'm going to go over in a bit more detail. Now, the first one is the fact that because customers love personalized products, that means you can charge a lot higher margins for them. Now, the reason customers love them is basically because humans have massive egos. We love things that are unique and personal to us. So we love things that have pictures of our friends, our family, ourselves, our pets. It's all to do with us. And if we can have a unique product that is just personal to us, then that means generally, like I said, because humans have big egos, they love these types of products. And because these things are unique and they are personal to them, a picture of their family, their pet, or whatever it may be, that means you can charge a lot higher margin than a product that anybody can buy. Because like I said, it's very unique and it's completely custom to them. So let's say a phone case, for example, that you might buy in the shop for $5 to $10, then phone case with a picture of you or your family or your pet on is going to be a lot higher. So it's going to be something around $30 because, once again, it's personal. But people are willing to pay that just because, like I said, we have big egos, and they love to see themselves, and we love things that are all about our life and unique to us. Now, the second one is, of course, the shipping times and the product quality. In terms of normal drop shipping, where the shipping times can be 3 to 5 weeks, and sometimes the product quality can be questionable, sometimes quite cheap products that break easily. In terms of print-on-demand products, if we have a look at the product that I'm going to be showcasing for the personalized print-on-demand store that I'll be creating, which is a phone case, an S8 phone case, and also an iPhone phone case, I got them from Printful, and it took around, I would say, 5 to 6 days to arrive from when I actually ordered it, which is really quick, 5 to 6 days. And also the product quality is really good. It's not easily breakable, it doesn't get scratched easily, and it doesn't generally look cheap. So that is why, because you're going to have better products and they're going to be arriving in quicker times, that means your customer service is going to be better. People are more likely to recommend your brand or your business or your website to their friends and family, and you're just going to have less headache when it comes to customer service with sorting out things and responding to emails about shipping times and tracking and product quality in terms of products that are breaking and people wanting to return them. So like I said, it's going to cause you maybe a little bit less headache than a general dropshipping store where you're dropshipping items from AliExpress and things like that. Now, the third one is you can actually build a sustainable long-term brand. Now, not with all of the print-on-demand companies, but I know with Printful, you can actually upload your logo, and every time they send out one of your products to your customer, the packaging will have your logo on it. Now, you have to pay a little bit extra, maybe $1 or $2 extra for this service, but it's definitely worth it, because when they receive that package with your logo on, that's your brand, that's your business, and that's something that they're going to remember. And like I said, if they recommend their friends, their family, because you've given them really good customer service, that is how you're going to build your business. And this is how you can actually grow it over a long period of time. You can grow it on different social media platforms, and this is going to make you a lot more profit in the long run, because you can keep building your store and keep gaining more customers year on year. And that way you're going to build something that can make you a lot of money for the long term, rather than trying to capitalize on a product at one specific period of the year or one time where it's trending and then it goes down. So that is the third reason why you might want to get into personalized print on demand. And then finally, the other reason why you might want to get into personalized print on demand is that you don't have to come up with unique designs, as opposed to just starting a normal print on demand company where you're selling t-shirts with your own designs on. With that type of print on demand website, you have to keep thinking of new designs, coming up with cool designs that people are going to like, and then try and market them to people within a particular niche. So for example, everybody always thinks about the pug kind of niche, the one that went viral a few years ago, which was a print on demand company selling pug t-shirts. Now they had to keep coming up with wacky and new designs and then try and market towards people that love pugs. Now with personalized stuff, you can pretty much market it to anybody, because it's going to be their own design. They're just going to upload a picture of themselves, and that way you do have to come up with a kind of certain design, but overall you don't have to keep coming up with new designs, because you can just make 1 or 2 designs, and then people can just, or maybe 3 or 4 or 5 designs, and then people just upload the picture, they pick which one of those designs they want, and then you can just go and, with the picture they have uploaded, add it to that design. So it makes it a lot easier. And these are the main reasons why you might want to get into personalized print on demand. Now, I think this is a really good business model to get into, but I just thought it'd be worth me outlining a few of these things just to give you a bit of understanding of why you might want to get into personalized print on demand. Now, before we move on to actually looking at picking a niche for your store, I just want to show you a few stores that are actually using personalized print on demand and actually have been really successful. Now, the first one I'll show you is Dogsy, which is an actual UK site, but they're doing really well, and they mostly obviously sell a lot of dog items, dog related items. Now, their niche is a bit more broad in terms of the products that they offer. So they offer loads of different products, but their main niche is somebody can upload a picture of their dog and they can turn it into socks, cushions, clothing, any different type of item. So this is a really popular one within the UK. I'm not 100% sure if they're doing really well in the US, but I know that they're doing pretty well, and they have a really clean and good looking website. Now, if we have a look just at an example of one product that they're selling this here for 18 quid. So 18 pounds, that's probably around $23, $24. which is quite expensive when you think about all it is a bandana for a dog. But a lot of people are actually really interested in this item, and these designs are really easy to create. And then if we have a look at a print-on-demand provider, which is called Gooten, and I will go over different providers and how you can pick a niche and pick products in a moment in this tutorial. But if we just have a look, we can see this pet bandana here for print on demand, $5.90, and they're selling it for around $24. So that's around a $19 profit. Now obviously we're going to take away the actual paying for the design, but if you create the design yourself and you just do this once, then all you have to do is just crop the background out and go and add this on. Now it might take you a little while in the beginning, but obviously when you're building up your business, then it's fine to invest that time, and you're going to be making around a sort of $18 profit on an item that's really easy to create. You just create the design once, and then you just let your customer upload their file, and that's it. So that's the first one, Dogsy. Go check it out. They have some really cool items, and like I said, they're quite broad in terms of the actual products that they offer, so you probably won't want to start off with that, and I will go over that when we look at picking a niche. Now the next one we have, which you probably have already seen, is Pup Socks. This is probably one of the biggest ones out there, and once again they're more focused in on the actual dog niche. Now they're using Flatsome theme, which is a WordPress theme, but they offer loads of different things, once again quite broad in terms of the actual products that they offer, but mostly surrounding of course the dog niche once again. And you can see the designs are really simple again, just pictures of the dog over and over and over again, and all they have to do is once again just crop the background out of that picture and then just place it over the original design that they created, and that's really easy. Now you can see over here, not too sure about ties, but we can see on Printful you can get socks over here for $11.44, and their socks over here are probably, let's have a look how much they're selling these for. So this is the towel. These socks over here, $24.95. So that's a pretty decent profit. You can see $11.44. So that's around a $13 kind of dollar profit, which is not bad considering they're just a pair of socks with a dog's face printed on them. And once again, the design is just created once, and all they have to do is crop the background out and add the picture that the customer uploads. Now we have a look at the next one over here. This one is Die For. Once again, a fairly large product range. We have phone cases, MacBook cases, suitcases, all of these types of things. Now, I haven't seen suitcases print on demand anywhere as of yet, but they do also have over here the personalized leather luggage tag. Now, over here on Gooten, we can see we have a luggage tag. Now, it's not leather, so it's not as luxurious, but we can see this one here is £25. So that's probably around 31 sort of dollars. And so let's just say, for argument's sake, you could probably sell this one, which is non-leather, for around $20. So you're going to make a good $17 profit off of something that's personalized, a personalized luggage tag from Gooten over here. And once again, go have a look at Die For and see how they're doing it. Some really simple designs. These designs are not difficult to create. Look at this one. All it is just their letters of their name. That's it, just their initials. Once again, initials. It's really easy. The customer, all they do when they're buying their product, they just type in their initials, OP, and then Die For just fulfills the order by adding their initials when they're actually doing it. So these are really simple to create. Now the next one we have over here is Not on the High Street. Now once again, I have mentioned earlier, I haven't seen any print on demand products for suitcases as of yet, but this is a really cool concept. Once again, really easy. The customer just types in their initials and it gets printed on here. Really simple. So you can see they can just go and type in their initials in here, and it will get printed on the suitcase for them. Now, like I said, I haven't actually seen any print-on-demand suitcases, but over here we have a look at Gooten again. We do have travel bags, which is quite similar to a suitcase. So let's just make sure that the picture is showing. So over here, you could go and do a monogram travel bag, and all you would have to do, simple design, is just go and add the initials to the actual bag. Now, this is $39.90, so a fairly kind of high-priced product, but you could sell a monogram one probably for around $50, $60 and make a good $20 to $30 profit on this type of item. So that's really cool and really easy concept that Not on the High Street are doing. Now once again, bit of a more of a luxury item with the suitcase, but you could see how you could do something similar with a travel bag like this. Now if we have a look at one final one over here called Ineffables, what they do is they just do personalized print on demand for, I'm not 100% sure if they're using a print on demand fulfillment, but they do personalized products for jewelry, so for necklaces, for bracelets and all of those types of things. Now in terms of these types of necklaces, I haven't seen these at any print on demand fulfillment yet, but you can easily make ones like this where they do custom engravement. So if we have a look at Printful over here, you can see that they do custom engravement for all of these types of products. So a couple of necklaces that come in different colors, and also a couple of bracelets as well. So you could go and just start building a store. I know it's only 4 products compared to one over here that has a lot of products, but when you are starting out your store, you don't want to have a massive product range, because it's just going to be a bit of a headache when you're starting out. You're trying to get things started, and you can easily go and start something smaller scale like this. And once again, you can see really easy to go and actually create something like this, and customers are going to love it because they love this type of thing, where especially people in relationships, for the jewelry niche, it's going to be really easy when it comes up to anniversaries, when it's coming up to Christmas, when it's coming up to Valentine's, and all of those types of things. So I just wanted to show you a few sites that are actually doing this, just to give you a bit of inspiration. So now that we have done that, we can actually go and have a look at how we can pick a niche and narrow down which area we want to target for our personalized print-on-demand website. Now, when it comes to picking a niche for your personalized print-on-demand store, it really comes down to 2 things. It comes down to the product, first of all, and then secondly, the design. Now, for my personalized print-on-demand store that I will be building in this tutorial, my inspiration originally came from this Kim Kardashian case over here. You can see with all of the kind of various pictures of her face just printed all over the case, and this was quite popular this year and last year, and you can see it's quite expensive. So they're charging £20 for this on Redbubble, which is once again around $23, $24, $25, and you can get a phone case on Printful probably for, I've ordered mine with shipping included, for $13.50 each. And you can see, have a look at the design of mine up against the design of this one, and you can see how I got the inspiration for this. And then also there's one over here on eBay once again, which is quite similar. So it's just her face over and over again. This one has been changed into a vector, so into a cartoon kind of portrait. And once again, £18 for this, or $17.50, which is around $21, $22. So that's fairly expensive, considering it's not even a personalized product. It's just Kim Kardashian. So this is the kind of inspiration that I got. Now, like I said, when it comes to picking a niche, it comes down to mainly choosing a product. So one product I would recommend starting with, or one type of product niche, and then also then we're going to look at what type of design you can put on that product. Now, for me, like I said, my inspiration came from this product. So that's why I picked phone cases, because I knew this type of thing was popular, and people that are interested in Kim Kardashian are probably interested in also having their own face printed on a case as well. So that's why I went for this. I liked the design. I thought I could easily replicate this. Now, like I said, there are loads of different products that you can go and pick. Now, if we go and have a look at the print-on-demand companies that I recommend, firstly, I would say Printful. And when it comes to print-on-demand, the first thing that comes to mind is t-shirts, but actually Printful and Gooten and Printify, which are 3 that I recommend that you could use for your personalized print-on-demand store, have lots of different products that get overlooked. So we have a look at Printful firstly, and like I said, when it comes down to picking a niche, I recommend just starting with one niche category. So for me, I'm just starting with phone cases, iPhone phone cases and Samsung phone cases, and that's it. And then eventually, maybe when your store starts to grow a bit, you might want to think about introducing new products. But like I said, with Printful, they offer loads of different products that get overlooked. So you could start a jewelry one, like I mentioned earlier, similar to the Ineffables website I showed you. So custom engraved jewelry, and that could just be your initial niche. Now, that's really easy to start with, and with this one, the designs are even easier, because, for example, with my phone case one, I had to come up with a few designs, but with jewelry, it's because it's engraved, people can just upload their letters of their name or of their girlfriend and boyfriend, and you could just put a heart in the middle, custom engraved, and that's a really easy design to create. So Printful has a few cool ones. You've got flip-flops, so you could start with just a flip-flop store, personalized flip-flops, tote bags, drawstring bags, fanny packs, backpacks, which is a really cool one. So just personalized backpacks, so you could do something with someone's face on here, or a pet's face on their backpack, or something like that, or even, like I showed earlier, a monogram one just with letters on, and socks as well. So they offer some really cool products within the accessories niche, and also Printful also offer some home and living products which are really cool. So I think coffee mugs, I don't recommend stickers just because the margins on stickers are really low, so I don't think there would be any point in starting a personalized sticker store, just because people can buy stickers for $1 to $2, so you're not going to make much profit on that. But something like coffee mugs, throw pillows, pillowcases, wall art, so things like canvas prints and things like that, which are really cool, posters, personalized posters, also beach towels, aprons, bean bags. So Printful has some really great stuff. Now, you could also go down the line of looking at clothing as well, so kids clothing, maybe baby bibs, baby bodysuits and swimwear. But personally, I kind of like the niche of the looking at accessories, because accessories are really easy to maintain when you are starting your store. For example, if you're just doing coffee mugs, personalized coffee mugs or throw pillows, they're going to be easy to just create the designs and send them out. You don't have to worry about sizes of the customers and worry about people sending their products back and things like that. So that is Printful, and the main one that I'm going to be focusing in on this tutorial is going to be Printful, because that is who I have actually used. But I'm just going to show you a few other ones as well. So as I showed you earlier with Gooten, they offer some really great accessories as well. So we can see over here they have things like journals and notepads, which are really cool. So this could be people in school, people in university, they can go and get a personalized journal or notepad. Also people who like art and people who like writing. So there are so many people that you can target when it comes to journals and notebooks and things like that. People who, like I said, interested in writing music, people who are interested in just writing in general. Then you also have travel and leisure. So there's some really cool things here, like the duffel bags. Some of them which are really low. So for example, metal magnets. Once again, you probably won't be able to charge high margins on these products because they're fairly cheap products. So you might want to stay away from things like this and magnets. But then we also have things like luggage tags, which I showed you earlier. Yoga mats is a really cool one. So personalized yoga mats. You could have a yoga mat with a person's face on it once again. Now, like I said in the beginning of the tutorial, humans are very egotistical, so they really like products like this. Then we also have travel bags and puzzles. Puzzles is a really cool one, like a picture of a family and they've uploaded it, and then the family has to complete their own puzzle of their own picture from, maybe when they're on holiday or in the holidays at Christmas or Thanksgiving or something like that. Every Thanksgiving they could go and do the puzzle of a picture of them at Thanksgiving. So that's a really cool thing. And then we have some ornaments over here. So we also have things like these porcelain ornaments. Now, once again, these are fairly cheap products, so you might not want to go for something like this, but you get the idea. They have some really cool, unique products within their accessory range. Also, Gooten have the home and living range as well. So once again, things like tablecloths are pretty cool, table runners, custom can coolers are pretty cool. And you can see, just go and have a look and you'll see they've got loads of different cool things over here. Shower curtains, so a personalized shower curtain is pretty cool. So you can see they've got loads of different products. Now, when you are picking a niche, like I said, I recommend just sticking to one product. So if you're going to go for tablecloths, just stick to tablecloths, or you maybe want to go for maybe two maximum. So I'll say tablecloths and table runners, and that's it. They're both in the kind of same sort of niche. You don't want to start your store where you've got hundreds of different products from the accessories range, from home and living, from clothing, because it's going to be a nightmare and you're going to have to create loads of different designs. You want to start off easy, and then as you start to make a bit more profit, then maybe you can start to ease in more products into your store. Now, if you have a look at Gooten once again, this is a really cool one, which is the pets niche. So this goes back to the websites such as Dogsy and also such as Pup Socks. So we have pet placemats, pet bandanas, and dog beds, which is a really cool one. So a personalized dog bed with its own face on. So that would be really cool. And you could also just sell this as a cat bed, or maybe some sort of other pet, maybe a gerbil bed or something like that. But generally, of course, it's going to be a dog bed. But like I said, in terms of this, maybe you could start a store with these three types of products, because they're all related to the pet sort of niche. As long as your niche is related just to one thing or one type of product. So for example, in the store that I would be building in this tutorial, mine's just phone cases, because mine once again comes down to the niche of the product and the niche of the design, because it was based loosely off of this Kim Kardashian one. So that's why I've just gone for phone cases on its own, because the design really backs it up by having people being able to upload a picture of themselves and it get printed all over their phone case like this. Now we also have Printify over here. Once again, they sell very similar items to Gooten and to Printful as well, but they have a few more unique ones, like this one over here. I really like this bag over here. So you could do a personalized bag, a monogram one over here just with their initials on, and a few other ones they have over here, the duffel bag and the laptop sleeve. And once again, they have a few more items when it comes to jewelry, so maybe you want to consider adding in jewelry from Printify as well. Now, like I said, for the final time, I'll just reiterate it once again. When you are picking a niche for your product, just stick to one or two products. So if you're going to go for bags, just go for tote bags or just go for backpacks. Don't try and cover every single base, because it's going to be very difficult when you're starting out. Now, the last print-on-demand company that I can show you is called WC Fulfillment. Now, I haven't really used these, but I do know they have a few more unique products that Gooten, Printful, and Printify don't offer. And the ones that I really like are the watches. So you could go and do personalized watches, a picture of somebody's face on their own watch. Also, the skateboard wall art I really love. I think that's a really cool one. So you could go and create some designs where people upload their picture and it gets turned into skateboard wall art, which I really like. And finally, I do like the MacBook cases as well. So they have 3 really good products there that I think are really amazing. So you might want to consider using WC Fulfillment. And like I said, when I am actually building the store later on in the tutorial, I will show you how to use all of these different print-on-demand companies, so how to actually upload the app and how to create products with them. Now that we've had a look at picking a niche with our product, the next thing that we're going to look at is picking a niche with our design. Now, like I said, if I go back over here, my niche of my design was loosely based off of this, and people can just upload a picture of their face. It gets turned into a cartoon, a vector, and then it gets put all over their phone case. So I basically kind of stolen this design in a way, but there are many different things that you can do when picking a niche for your design. Now, obviously, when you are going to create designs, you're going to want to just use Fiverr when you're starting off. Now, that's what I used. So if we go over to Fiverr, I'm just going to show you a few different niches that you could go into when it comes to design. So firstly, we have this Disney style, which is really cool. And this is going to be really cool for couples. Generally, I'm guessing most men probably wouldn't be interested in this type of thing, but women and people in couples, you can see there's a lot of couples over here are going to be really interested in this. So this could be kind of canvas prints, this could be a cushion, this could be a blanket, things like that a couple would use, a blanket with them turned into Disney characters. So that could be a niche. So that's your design's niche, the Disney niche. So that's the first one that we have over here. Now, obviously, when you're starting out, you're probably going to want to look for something a bit cheaper. So if you just go and type this into Fiverr, this was just the first one I found, but you could probably find people doing it for $5. Obviously, they're charging $20 here, but you could probably find people who are charging $5 to do a Disney style portrait. So that's the first one that you could try. Next one I've seen is Grand Theft Auto. So this, once again, probably popular with sort of younger males, and they can turn themselves into a Grand Theft Auto. So once again, this could be something to do with a poster or maybe a mug or maybe a phone case, things like that. You can see here with commercial use, he's charging around $15. But you could probably try and cut a deal with him where you could do it for $10 or something like that. Now, we will look at product pricing later on in the tutorial at how we can make sure that even with the product, the cost of the product and the cost of actually getting the design for the product, that we're still making profit. So I will go over that in a bit more detail, but now I'm just kind of going over different design styles that you could potentially use for your niche. So I think Grand Theft Auto is a really cool one because you can see over here, you've got some really cool GTA style art that you can, once again, you could add this to a poster, to wall art, to a coffee mug, any different type of thing. The next one that I think was pretty cool, maybe a Family Guy character. So once again, this is $5 over here, pretty cheap. And you can see these designs are pretty cool. They look pretty good. And loads of people love Family Guy. So this is kind of going to stand out if you're running Facebook ads or Pinterest ads or even Google ads on this type of thing. So on YouTube, then you could easily go and do this. And I think the Family Guy niche is pretty cool. Now, the next one we have, and just to quickly mention as well, if you are going to go for a niche such as the Family Guy niche, you definitely can't have other characters in the background of the image just for copyright reasons. So just be wary of that. Now, the next thing over here we have is grime art. So this is kind of like a freaky kind of art style, and I think this is a really cool niche. So once again, you could print this on many different things. This is probably going to be more for a younger type of guy again, maybe a younger girl as well. But I think this is kind of cool. People can upload the image and it gets turned into this kind of cool grime art that you could get this printed on any different type of thing. So once again, a phone case or a poster or even a t-shirt. So this is a pretty cool thing. Someone can upload a picture of their face and it gets turned into grime art. Now, the next one I have had a look at is anime or anime, or whatever you want to call it, and you can also have a look for manga as well, so manga portraits on Fiverr. Now, I think this one is really cool, so I really like this. You could see here how they've turned this image, and this would be a really great kind of Facebook ad, this being turned into this. And once again, you could print this on pretty much anything that you choose. So this is really cool. And if we have a look at a few of the other ones, that's really cool. Somebody playing the drums. So the actual quality of this design art is really high. and they're fairly cheap, commercial use for $10, so that's pretty cheap, I have to say. So maybe you want to have a look at something like anime, manga, those types of styles, because they're really popular. People really love that type of thing, and this is definitely something that really stands out. The next one we can have a look at is this kind of chibi style. Once again, it's very similar to anime, to manga, but this is a little bit more kind of cute style. So this is probably more of a type of maybe feminine product that this could get printed on. And once again, people can just upload the image and they will be turned into this kind of cute chibi style. Now, once again, this one is a bit expensive. So if we go for commercial use, you can see it's around $60. So this particular person on Fiverr is quite expensive, but if you were to just go and type in portrait chibi style, you probably can find one for around $5 to $10 if you just have a look on Fiverr. Now the next one over here that we have is just a typical kind of vintage portrait. So you could go for something like this. Could be something cool for like fathers, mothers, those types of things. So this is probably a bit more of kind of older generation, or kids looking to buy presents for their parents or for their dad and things like that. So over here we can see we've got one. He's kind of probably, like I said, the type of demographic that I was describing. And once again, maybe couples. So you can go and do this, or this could be like a family portrait. So a whole family uploads their image and it gets turned into this kind of cool vintage style. So that's one you could think about doing. This one I really love. This is definitely my favorite one out of the ones that I have found so far for personalized print on demand. People can upload a picture of their pet and it gets turned into a Renaissance style art. Now imagine doing a dog bed with a Renaissance style. People can upload a picture of their dog. It gets printed on a dog bed of them in a Renaissance style. This is very niche, but I think this is something that people would really love. And this is just, like I said, this is definitely my favorite one that I've found so far, my favorite design. This is so cool, and I don't know why. I think I've just kind of loved this a lot, maybe because I used to have a dog, so maybe that's why I just think it's pretty cool. But this is something very niche, like I said, very unique, but definitely I feel something that people with pets would really love. Now the next one over here that I have is just this pop art style. So I think this is really cool as well. This is definitely a niche you could get into, and you could just go and people upload their image and it gets turned into a pop art style. Now once again, this one's only $5, really cheap and really easy to go along with. It's still quite unique. It looks pretty cool, and you could print this on pretty much anything, on a mug, on a poster, on a phone case, or whatever it is that you may choose, even an apron or something like that. And once again, I think this is a really cool style, this pop art style. So if you are on Fiverr, just go and have a look at pop art portraits, and there will be loads of different ones that come up on there. And the final one that I have on here is just this hope poster. So this Obama hope poster. Now once again, this one's quite expensive. I think about $25 for commercial use, but if you just type in Obama hope poster style, you'll find loads of other ones, and I'm sure you'll be able to find a listing for $5 to $10 with commercial use. And I think this one's really cool. Maybe it's kind of slightly outdated now, but even still, I think people who really love Obama and this style of art would actually really love this type of thing. Now these are just a few art styles that I just came up with off the top of my head that I could just think of. Probably took me around 20 minutes to think of all of these different styles. Now obviously you might have something in mind. There might be something that you see that you think is unique or that hasn't been done before, but like I said, these are just a few different things that you could do for your personalized print on demand store. Somebody uploads an image of themselves and it gets turned into a hope poster. That's something really unique and really cool. But obviously there are loads of different things that you could think of. There's Dragon Ball Z, there's The Simpsons, there's loads of different cartoons that you could probably think of. I don't know, Ed and Eddie from back in the days. For 90s kids, there's loads of different styles that you could go for. Now you can even just see from my own store for the phone cases, all I've done is just turn the person into a cartoon. I haven't done anything special, so I've just turned that person into a cartoon and it gets printed on a phone case. So it's nothing super special, but like I said, these are just a few ideas that you could potentially use that I think are really cool. So my final thoughts on picking a niche are to stick to one product and also just stick to one style of design. And then we will go later on and look at how we can actually create a few different designs based on that style. So hopefully by now you have picked a niche in terms of picking a product that you want to focus your store around, and also picking a design style. Now it can be something really simple. So if we have a look at mine, it's just a simple vector cartoon. It's nothing crazy. Now obviously before you go and actually start building the store, the next part of the tutorial we are going to look at how we can actually create the designs. So basically I've paid somebody on Fiverr to turn the picture into a cartoon, but I've actually created the design of these cases myself. So I'm going to show you how you can actually create these designs, because then we're going to go and order in some samples so that we can take pictures of those samples and have people take pictures with the products, so then we can use those pictures for our actual website. And you don't need any crazy Photoshop skills or Illustrator skills or anything like that to create simple designs like these. So once again, I'll show you how we can go and communicate with the person on Fiverr, so with the designer on Fiverr, so that they can send us the correct design style, and then we can actually go and create a design for our product based off of what they send us. When we're coming up with design ideas, firstly let's look at how we can find a designer on Fiverr. Now obviously I have given you some inspiration in the last part of the tutorial off of different design styles that you could go for, like the Hope poster, Disney, Grand Theft Auto. Now if you have an idea in mind, you can just come over to Fiverr. So for me, I just went for a vector portrait. So all I did on Fiverr was go over and just type in vector, if I can spell it correctly, portrait, and just hit search. And once you search your art style that you're looking for, you can just go then and have a look at the different artists that are offering this. Now, you're going to want to go for one that's around $5. So you can see here, this one is $5, starting at $5. So you're not really going to want to go higher than $10. So this one is around $10. So that's pretty cool. And then we have ones over here like $5 again, $5. So you're going to want to have a look for those ones, because obviously when it comes to pricing our product, for example, for me, the phone case that I'm selling is $10.50. So then once I factor in that $5, that's $15.50. So I don't really want to go much higher than that, because that's going to eat a lot into my profit margin. So you can see this is the one I actually used, and once again that's only $5 over here. So if we just click on, let's just say this one over here, because that looks like pretty decent quality. So if we just go and click on this, and once you go and click on the actual Fiverr gig, the main thing that you're really going to be looking for is commercial use, because that just means that we have the right to resell it on our own website. Now of course this one is not offering color, so that's not great, because you're going to want it to include color. But background scenes and full body, you're not necessarily going to want to use those. For my phone case, I'm just using the head only, and that's it, and that should be enough. And depending on the type of product that you want to sell, so let's say if it was a poster, then you could potentially go up to $10 to $15. So you can see this one here, it's getting a little bit more pricey now, but like I said, depending on the product, then it's not going to eat too much into your profit margins. So let's say for example a dog bed, then you could go up to $10, because a dog bed can still be sold for higher margins, whereas something like a phone case, you're going to want to stick to around $5, because it's a lower priced product, which means that if you go any higher than $5, then it's going to really eat into your profits. Now once you have found a designer that does the design style that you're looking for at a good price and with commercial use and all of the things that we're looking for, so like I said, if you're looking for a full body, then maybe you want to go up to $10, because you're probably not going to find one full body for $10, but most people will just do the head for $5. And then once you have found your designer that does your design style, you're going to want to just go and have a conversation with that designer. So you can see here, I've just sent him a message. I said, hi there, I hope you're well. Would you be able to turn the two pictures attached into vectors for just the head? So like I said, I was only looking for them to do the head, no shoulders, just the head and the face. So you need to be really specific about what you want with these designers, otherwise it can come out incorrect sometimes, and you're going to have to request revisions, which is going to take you extra time. And then I said as a PNG. Now this is really important. You're going to need the files that they send you back as a PNG file, because this means that they'll have a completely transparent background. So I've said here no background at all, and for commercial use. So I've specified exactly what I want from the designer before I actually make the order. I've said I want them to be turned into vectors with just the head, as a PNG, and for commercial use. So I've contacted them first just to make sure that they are actually able to do this, and you can see here I've just gone and attached the two photos, one of me and one of my sister over here. So just two simple selfies, me looking like a bit of a crazy idiot over here, and my sister posing like she thinks that she's something special. So once you've done that, you can actually just go and wait for the response. Now I recommend contacting a few different ones. I contacted a few different designers. You can see over here one's just saying only $5, and I actually didn't end up using him because he replied too late to me. So you can see here he said I can do it, so I just said let's do it, brother. And then he said yeah. I said shall I order? And then he said how much budget do you have? So he's trying to upsell me, of course, and I've just said $10. So basically $5 for each one, $10, sorry. And then he said head only. I said yes. So he just confirming with me, and I've made sure definitely a PNG. He said 25 and I'll give you half the body, so that'd be $12.50 each. So like I said, if I was selling a more high ticket item, maybe like a cushion cover or something like that, then maybe I want to consider doing half the body for $12.50 per portrait. But when it comes to, like I said, selling a phone case, I'm just sticking to my budget of $5 per case. Then I said I only need the head, no shoulders, not even the neck, just the head. So I said, is it 2 separate orders? So you can see here, I'm just clarifying everything before I actually order it. And then I said, can you send me a custom order for $10? And that is what he's done. He sent me a custom order. You can see it £8, which is around $10, 2 figures, and 5-day delivery time. Now, when you start to get more orders on your store, like I said, you may be able to actually contact one of these designers separately, and that's when you can hire them as a freelance, and then that way they'll be able to speed up the delivery times for you. And then after that, he's just said, can you get the pictures? So I've reset them to him. And then there's one thing here, when you send pictures on Fiverr, sometimes they will come out squashed like this one here. So he said the position is not good, and I said download it because it's squashed, but when you download it, it's fine. So sometimes you might upload a picture to Fiverr, it looks a bit squashed, so just contact your designer and tell them to download it first, so then they can actually check that it looks alright. And then once you do that, it's basically you're just waiting for them to send you the file that's actually completed. So after a few days, he sent me the files. You can see I got the 2 PNG files here with a completely transparent backgrounds. He also sent me JPEG files with white backgrounds, which they're always handy to have. So once you've gone through that process and maybe you want to think about testing a few different designers. Now for me, he sent it to me and I was happy with it the first time, which is really good. But you might go and test out a designer and the design they send you is not good or up to your expectations. So then maybe you're going to want to go and test out a few other designers just to make sure that you find the best one with the best quality for the best price, and they're giving you good delivery times and offering you revisions and things like that. So once you actually have this, next up what we can do is we can then go and just download these files. So you can just hit the download button to download them. And now what we are going to do is we are going to go and create some designs based off of what they have sent us. Now once you actually receive your design back from your Fiverr designer and you download that, now you are ready to go and actually create a printable design that you can upload to your product. So then you can order some samples in, and then you can go and reuse that printable design over and over again when your customer actually makes a purchase. Now in order to create this printable design, we will be using a program called Adobe Illustrator, and this is the only program that I recommend using, this and Photoshop. But the main reason that I recommend using this is because we can actually create vector graphics, and these are the best type of graphics that you can create when you want to add them to a printable item. Now I have had a look into using things like Canva, which is a free online graphic tool, and you can't actually go and use tools like this because the print quality just comes out really poor. And that way, if you're just going and selling poor quality products, your customers are going to end up asking for refunds anyway, so it's going to cause you more of a headache. So you might as well just go and do things properly up front. Now you can get a free trial of Adobe Illustrator just to trial this out if you want to, a 7-day free trial, but overall it is around $25 a month. But I think this is obviously worth the investment. If you want to grow this business and your brand long term, then $25 a month is not a massive investment. And then if you do want to go a bit further and get Photoshop and everything else, I think it's around $60 a month, which once you start making sales you can always upgrade to. Now if you are a teacher or a student, you can actually go and get 65% off. So you can see here you can get everything for around $20, which is really cheap. So maybe if you are a student or a teacher, this is something that you might want to think about. Let me go and have a look at the business plans. Now the business plans don't actually include anything. This just means that more than one person can use it, I believe. But you're going to probably want to go for the individual plan. And like I said, when you're starting a business, there's always going to be some costs. So a $25 a month cost to be able to actually create the designs of really good print quality is not that expensive. So once you have gone and downloaded your 7-day free trial of Illustrator, then we can actually go over firstly and choose our print on demand company that are going to actually fulfill the orders for us, so fulfill the products. Now the first one that I recommend is Printful, and this is definitely my favorite because they offer really excellent customer service and their products are really great quality, and they have a good range of products. And you can see shipping from the EU to where I'm in the United Kingdom takes 3 days on average, and in with the US to the US I think that it's a very similar amount of time, and they do actually ship worldwide, so you can go and target countries worldwide, and wherever you are, targeting, you will be able to ship to those customers really quickly. Now, there is a link in the description to Printful, so if you click on that link, it will bring you over to this page here, and from here we can have a look at how we can actually go and download the files in order to create our designs. So from here, what you can do is you will go to products and pricing over here, and then you can navigate to your product. So let's just say, for argument's sake, we wanted to go and sell socks on our personalized print on demand store. So let's just go over to socks here. And once we are over here, we will actually go and just click on the socks item. And then from here, if I just go and close this, what we can do is, if you scroll down over here, you will see get print file template. So if you just go and click on this, this will download the file template for you. Now, once you actually go and download that file template, you can just go and navigate to it in your downloads. Now, I have it over here, and it will come as a zip file. So what you're going to do is you're just going to right click this file, and you're just going to go and click on extract here. Once you do extract the file, you will see a few different files. Now, it depends what product you have actually downloaded the guidelines for. So you can see here, I've got the file template for the socks, of course, but whichever one you are using, it's the same process. So let's just say you were going to go for backpacks. You can go and click on backpacks over here. Then you can go and choose the backpack you want. So let's just say we want to choose this one over here. And then if we scroll down once again, we will see get print file template. Now I'm just going to go back to socks quickly, and then I will show you how we can actually start designing on that template. So let's just go back to socks, and then I'm just going to go and click on the socks over here. And now, once again, if we go back to the file that we just extracted, for the socks, they have this basic template and they have the advanced template. So if we go in here and we actually click on the image, we can go and look at the difference in those templates. So we can see over here, these are the all over sock template. So let's just wait for this to load. So now that this has loaded, the difference basically is with this advanced socks template, you can actually print the socks separately. So you can do the one on the left foot will have one design and the one on the right foot will have another design. So that is why this one has an advanced template. Now if we close this and we go back to the basic template over here, we will see that you will just go and design one sock and it will print both socks identical. So as you can see, it says over here, both socks will be printed identical. So you just design for one sock and then it goes and prints that design on both the socks. So that's why something like socks has a basic and an advanced template, but most of the items that you download the templates for on Printful will only have one basic template. Now once you do download this, providing you have downloaded your Illustrator 7-day free trial, you can just go over here. If you just right click this and you can just go open with and just click on Adobe Illustrator. And when the file is actually loading, you might see something that says Photoshop import options. Just go and click on OK on this. Once the Illustrator file opens, it should look a little something like this. Now the layout of your Illustrator might look a little bit different to mine, and that's because I have so many different windows open. But the main windows that you're going to want to open is going to be the layers window, the color window, and the align window. Now if you do want to open a window within Illustrator, just go to window and you can just go and pick align, color, and layers. Now the first thing that I will mention is with any Printful file that you do download, you will notice a dashed area. Now this will be for any product, doesn't have to just be for socks. Any different product that you download the template from Printful, it should have some sort of dashed area somewhere. And what this is the print safe area. So anything within inside these dashed lines will be printed on the product correctly, and anything outside the lines won't be. So if you look over here very closely, you can see on the socks, this is where the print safe area is, and that is why they have given us this dashed area. It's basically saying add anything that you add to your design, add within these dashed lines. Now what I like to do personally is I like to go and grab the rectangle tool, and I like to just go and draw a rectangle just within these dashed lines so I can go and create my design. So just go and draw a rectangle like that, and then when you go and click on the selection tool again, just make sure that you can still see that dashed line. So you can see at the bottom here, I'm just going to make that a little bit smaller so I can still see it. And then let's see if we just bring that down a little bit. We can just expand this ever so slightly. And now we can still see that dashed line just on the outside edge of our actual square that we've just created. Now if you want to change the color of this, you can just go to the color window. You can just go and double click on fill, and then you can just go and change it to whatever color you want, or you can always go and use a hex code. So if I just paste a hex code in here, that should be for a yellow. So now you can actually just go and change the stroke. So that's going to be the outline of this box as well. So if I just go and double click on this, I'm just going to change that to yellow as well and just click OK. Now what we will do next, now that we have our print safe area with a background color that we might want to use, we can go to layers and we can just go and toggle off the bottom layer. Now the bottom layer is going to be the one with the text on. So you can see over here, we've just toggled that off. And the reason we're going to toggle that off just because it's a little bit distracting when we're trying to create a design, and also when we actually go to save this design, we don't want to have this text all over it when we save it. So just go and toggle the bottom layer, and that will be the same for any file that you download from Printful. The bottom layer will always be the one with the text. So we can just go and get rid of that. Now what we can do next, we can just go and drag in our PNG. So navigate to the area where you downloaded your design from your Fiverr designer. So I'm just going to go and open mine, and we can just go and drag it on. So I'm just going to go and drag this image on here. And now we can see that it's come up really large, and that's really good, because the thing is, the larger the file the better, because that means that when we scale it down, it isn't going to lose any quality. So basically, when it's zoomed in like this, if you hold Control and just click on minus, then you can actually zoom out of your Illustrator canvas. And what I'm going to do is, you're going to go and hold Shift. So when you hold Shift, that means it will scale down correctly. So I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm just going to scale this down. Then I'm just going to move it into the center here, and I'm just going to carry on scaling it down like this. And now if I hold Control and I click plus, it's just going to zoom me back in. So now I'm just going to zoom myself back in over here, and I'm just going to scale this down ever so slightly. So let's just scale this down one more time. So now you can see, if we use the align tool, I can go and align it right in the center. So now we can see this is going to be our sock file. So somebody's face just uploaded onto a sock and printed. So that's going to look really cool. So we can just go and do this. And now, like I said, you can just go and change the color to whatever you like. So if I double click on this, I could go and change this to a sort of lilac-y type of color like this, with a kind of gold outline. Now obviously play around with your designs, and you can go and create more than one design. So you could just create a sock website where people upload their photo, it gets turned into a vector, and they can add it to whatever color that they like. So you can offer 20, 30, 40, 50 different colors that you want to offer. Now obviously this clashes a little bit, so I'm just going to change that back to yellow just for now. Now what you can do is, if we go and have a look at my phone case template, all I've done is just gone and copy and pasted this loads and loads of times, and that's how I've gone and created that design. So what you can do is, we can just go and grab this, copy it, and just paste it like this, and now we can see that we've just pasted that in there. Now obviously you're going to want to go and make sure that things are lined up correctly. Now a way that you can do this is just by using simple maths. So we can actually just use simple maths to make sure that everything is lined up correctly. Now what we can do is, if we click on our print area, our print safe area, we can actually click on the square that we've drawn. If we go to transform, so in window, open up your transform window. So just scroll down, and we can go and open up the transform window over here, and then just go to transform, and we can actually go and see the size of this. So what we can actually see is that it is 216 pixels wide and 444 pixels in height. So what we can do is, we can use simple maths. If we say, let's say we wanted to add 3 faces on here, we can actually just go 444 divided by 3, and we can see that's 148. So what we can then do is, we can actually go and grab our PNG image, and we can actually just go and make this 148 like that. Now you see it's a little bit squashed. So what we're going to want to do, if we undo that, we can go and click on this lock icon over here, and then we can go and type in 148, and we can see that it resizes it perfectly. So now we can just go and drag that into the corner, and then if we delete this, and then we can just go and copy this and paste it. And because we've divided it by 3, when you line it up like this, so let's go and add this one into the top, and it should be divided equally, because we divided 444 by 3, which was 148. These are 148 in height, so now that they're going to be equally measured. So if we go and just copy this one more time, and now we can just go and put that in there. So now what we can do is, we can just drag that, and we can see that now they have been distributed evenly. So now if we just go and copy and paste this, what we can do is, we can just go and drag one into that corner like that, and we can just go and do the same on the other side. So if we just go and copy this, we can go and put one in this corner over here like this, and then once again we can copy this and just paste it, and we can go and put one in the center. So we can go do this and just make sure it's all lined up correctly. So now you can see that they have been distributed evenly, so that's really good. Now what you can do is you can always go and you can just twist this. So we could go twist one this way and twist one that way, and when you're creating your designs you can just go and play around with them basically. So you can just go and twist these whichever way you want. So let's go and just twist that like that. Maybe we want to twist this way, and that can go and be your sock file. Now that's all I've done with this design over here. I just went and copied and pasted it loads of times, and then I just added some larger ones over the top because I think that looked really cool. Now once you've done that and you have got your design ready, so you can do something like this. You can play around with it, you can create more than one design, you can create ones with different colors. So just go and test it out and see what looks good, and then that way you're going to have a few different ready and you can go and order in your samples. Now once you have gone and created your design, something like this, like I said, what you can do is you can just go to File, you can go to Export, and then you can go Export As, and then you can just go and save your file. So I'm just going to go and just save this as sock pod just for now. And what you are going to do is you're going to go and click on Use Artboards. So when we tick that, that's going to use the artboard around it. So that means that we're going to save this file and it's going to be confined to this area around it. So we are just going to then click Export. And then this screen will come up and we can just go and click on OK. So now that we have actually gone and saved our design, we can head back over to Printful, and now within the socks area, what we can do is we can just go and click on Get Yours. And then when we do click on that, it will bring up the Printful designer. So over here it's going to say drop your design. So if we just go and click on this, and then over here we can just go and click on upload. And then if you just scroll down and just click understand and I accept. And then you can just go and upload your design that you just created. So I'm just going to go and pick this and just go and click on open. So now that we have our design, I'm just going to go and choose this. And now we can see that we are in the print safe area, which is really great. So we can just go and choose that. And now what we can do is we can just go to mockup view over here. So the mockup view is just going to show us what it actually looks like on the actual sock. And once the mockup view actually loads, you will be able to see how your product is going to look. So you can see that looks really cool with our design on, and we have stayed within the print safe area. So that's looking really cool, and that will just give you a general idea of how your product is going to look. And one thing to bear in mind, if your print quality says good at /300 DPI and it's in green text, then that means your product is going to come out really good quality. Anything lower than that, if it's saying bad and red and the DPI is around 20 or something really low like that, then that means your product's going to come out really low quality. But if you followed the design process within Illustrator, then your print quality should always come out as good and 300 DPI. So now that you've done that, you can just go and click on continue, and you will see that you have your product over here. Now what you can do is you can just go and click on continue to shipping. And once you do that, you can just go and enter in your name and your billing address, and your shipping address. So I'm just going to go enter that in. And once you have entered all of that in, you can just go and click on calculate shipping. So then once you do that, it will show you the different shipping rates. So you can go for standard 3 to 5 business days after fulfillment. And like I said, they generally come pretty quickly, or you can go and add an express order in if you're in a hurry and you want to get some pictures of your product ready to actually go and add to your website. So then you can just go and click on continue to review. And then from here, it will show you the items. Now, I recommend ordering a few different samples instead of just ordering one. I recommend ordering a few different ones just so you can actually take some great pictures of them and have people modeling them, or just model them yourself. Take a few pictures ready for actually building your website. So once you do that, then you can just go and enter in your payment details over here, and you can just go and complete your order. And then your order should come probably within around 3 to 5, maybe maximum 8 days, and then that way you can go and take some really great pictures of your actual product and then have them ready to start creating your store based off of that product. Now I'm just going to go over that process with Gooten and Printify as well, because it's a little bit different. So I'll leave a link in the description to Gooten. Now from here we can actually go to products, and let's just say we wanted to go for a pet product. So we can go and just click on pets, and then from here we will actually just go, let's say we wanted to do the pet bandanas, so let's just go and click on this. And then over here, we can actually just go and click on Get Print Specs. So let's just go and click on that. And then once you click on that, it will say print area 7500 pixels by 7500 pixels. And then the safe zone is 7200 pixels by 7200 pixels. So what we are going to do is, let's go back over to Illustrator. We will go to New, and then we will create a new design. Once you click on New Design, you can actually just go and specify your pixels. So let's just go for 7500 by 7500, and we can just go and click on Create. So now that we have gone and created that new document, we can actually just go and create a new design here. So once again, I'm just going to go for a rectangle, and I'm just going to go and draw this like this. And I'm just going to go to transform. I'm just going to make this 7200 by 7200. And then we can just go align and just align it to the center. And we can just go and change the color of this. So once again, I'm just going to go, let's just pick a blue. Let's just say some sort of blue. Let's just go for something like this. So now we can go and do that. Now let's just say from your Fiverr designer, you had a picture of a dog created. So you can actually just go and come over here, and we can just go and drag that in there. And now we can actually just go and create this design based off of this. So let's just go and do this. Now once again, we can go and use simple maths. So if we go to transform, we can see this is 7200. So let's just say we wanted to add 3 faces again. We could go 7200 divided by 3. And they're 2400 each. So now we can go and pick this, and we can go and make this 2004. Sorry, we want to go to height. So we can go 2004. So we can go to 2400 in height like this, and we can just go and drag this to the corner, and then we can just go and copy and paste this. And once again, we can just go and do the same process. So we can go and drag this over here, copy and paste it once again. And let's just make sure that it's all lined up correctly. So if we go and just make sure that everything is lined up like that. And when you are dragging things in Illustrator, it will just line it up for you. So now we've done that, what we can do is we can just copy and paste this again. We can go and put it in the corners over here. So we could go 1, 2, and let's just go and copy both of them and paste them together. So if you do hold shift, you can actually go and select multiple things at once. And let's just go and do that. And then if we just hold shift 1, 2, 3, and we copy and paste like this, and then we can just go and align this last one to the center. So let's go to align, and we can just go align to center, and now we can see we have our design. Now like I said, this is for a dog bandana, so you would want to go and put some pictures of a dog that you've got created using a Fiverr designer. So now once again, we can go to File, Export, and Export As. And once again, we're going to want to use the artboards, and I'm just going to call this dog design. And then click use artboards, click on export, and then just click on OK once again. Once you do export the image, it should be within your files. So you can just see here the 7500 by 7500 pixel image. Now for whatever reason, if it doesn't export and you get an error message because the file is quite large, you can just go to File, Export, and you can actually just go and click on Export for Screens, and then just click on Export Artboard. If it doesn't work the first way I showed you, you can go and do that, and that will export the image as well. Now once you have exported your image, we can head back to Gooten and click on Start Selling Pet Bandanas, or whichever one you are using. So you've got the print specs, then you've created your image, and then you can go to Start Selling for that product on Gooten. So click on Start Selling. And then with Gooten, in order to actually purchase a sample product, you do actually have to sign up for them. So I'm just going to go through the sign up process, enter my first name, last name, email, and choose a password. And once you have entered all of that information in, just go and select your country. So I'm just going to go and select United Kingdom, and then just click on continue. Now from here, it's going to say, how do you want to connect? Now we haven't actually created our Shopify store yet, so we don't actually want to connect our store yet because obviously we haven't created it. So for now, we can just go and pick Etsy and just click on continue, and then we can just go and put a store name. So I'm just going to go and put Personal Pod. Now we can go and change all of this, and then just say I'm starting a new store, click on agree, and then just click on sign up. Once you do click on sign up, it will load this. So just go and click on save changes over here, and then you will be in your Gooten dashboard. And from here, you can actually go and make a sample order. So over here where it says place an order, we can go and click on create a new product, and then we can go and choose our product. So where are we shipping to? So for example, in my instance, I would go and pick the United Kingdom, and then go and click on choose a product. And then from here, we can go to the pets one, and then there is my pet bandanas. I can go and click on pick this, and then I can go and pick the shapes that I want, so square or triangular. So I'm going to go for square, and then I'm going to go for square as well, and then I can go to continue with one SKU, and then from here I can go and click on upload artwork, upload from device, and then I can just go and upload that dog design over here. So I can just go and click on open over here, and then it's going to upload the artwork. And once the artwork has been uploaded, we can just go and click on select, and then we will see that our bandana is going to be created. So that's how it's going to look, and you can go to print area and product like this. So that's how the product is going to look, and then that's the print area. So you can see we've created it for the perfect size, and you can see once again we have 300 DPI, which is really good. And then all you would want to do, so you've got the price over here, you can just go and click on add to cart, and then you can just go and click on proceed to checkout, and obviously enter in your payment details and your shipping address, and then you will be able to receive the sample product so that you can start taking pictures with the item. Perhaps, for example, in this instance, you would, if you have a pet, you can take pictures with the dog wearing it, or multiple different dogs if you have family members that have a pet as well that you can use. And then you have those pictures ready for when we actually start building our website. So I've shown you how you can go and do this. Now with Printify, it's basically the same process. So if we go to the catalog over here, and then in the catalog, we can go and have a look at the item that we want to create a design for. So let's just go over to, let's say, accessories over here, and we wanted to go and once again, let's try a clock. So if we go over to home and living, we could go and look for a clock. So let's go and have a look if we have a clock over here. So we can actually just go and search over here. So let's just search for a clock. And then we can see we have this wall clock item. So we would just go and pick this, and then we can go and have a look at the actual design template. So over here where it says start designing, firstly let's go and have a look if we have the design template. So you would go and click on start designing over here, and then over here down the bottom it's going to say recommended 3000 by 3000. So once again in Illustrator we can go to file, new, and once you click on new, we can go and just set our pixels to 3000 by 3000. So let's go and just click on create now. And once you create your new document, you can just go and create a design really easily for something on Printify. So let's just go and add a square on here like this, and we can just go and change the color of this. So let's just go and change it to, let's say, a kind of reddy, kind of like this. And then I can just go and drag my Fiverr design on here. So let's just go and drag that on there, and we can just go and grab our selection tool and just make this a little bit smaller, because right now it's slightly large. So let's just go and scale this down a bit, and then we can just align this to the center, so something like that. Maybe we want to make it a little bit bigger, so let's undo that. We can just select this on its own, make it a little bit bigger. Let's align it to the center once again. Then once again we can go to file, export, export for screens, and then we can just go and click on export artboard. Now over here is where it is going to save, so I'm just going to go and change that, and then we can just go and click on export artboard. Once we have exported our image, we can head back to Printify over here. We can click on add your design, click on my device, and then we can just go and upload this over here. And once we have uploaded it, we will see good quality over here, so that's really good. And then we can just go and click on next. And once you click on next, similar to Gooten, you can't just order the product straight away so that you can go and create sample pictures with it. You do have to sign up with Printify. So I'm just going to scroll down over here and click on sign up, and then I'm just going to go and enter in my email. And once you have entered in an email, picked a password and clicked on I'm not a robot, you can just go and click on sign up. Once you click on sign up, it will just say what best describes you. So we can just go and pick something. For example, if we just go and pick other, we can just go, are you already selling? And just say no, but I'm looking to start selling. And then we can just go and click on next. And then from here, it will prompt us. So it's just going to come up with this. We can just go and close this. It is just going to prompt us to add a store name, add our personal details, and connect our store. Now, like I said, when we go to actually create the Shopify store, in the next part of the tutorial, I will show you how we can actually install the Printful, Gooten, and Printify apps. So depending on which products you want to use and which fulfillment service you want to use, I will go and show you how you can actually install all three of these. Now, what we can do is we can leave all of this for now, and we can just go to orders. And then we can just go and click on create order, and then we will see our wall clock that we just created. So then we can just go and click on this or whatever item you chose, and then you can go and choose the different ones. So we've got the wooden one, the white one, and the black one. So depending on which one you want, you can just go and click this, and then you can go and pick the one you want. So I'm just going to go, let's say for black, we will go to continue with shipping. Then you just enter your shipping details, and once again you just go through the process, enter in your payment details, and they will ship the product out to you, so that then you can go and take some pictures of that sample product ready for when we actually start building the website. Now that we have created our designs and ordered in our sample products, it's time to start setting up our Shopify store. Now there will be a link in the description so you can get a 14-day free trial of Shopify. So if you click on that link, you will be brought over to here. So now we can just go and click on start free trial. In here we are going to go and enter an email address, a password, and a store name. Once you have entered all of that information in, just go and click on create your store. You will then be brought over to this page. So firstly, it's going to say, are you already selling? You can just say, I'm not selling products yet. And then do you have something to sell? You can just say, I'm just playing around. And then what is your current revenue? You can just go and put 0, and then just go and click on next. After that, we will go and enter in our name and our address. Once you have entered all of this information in, we can just scroll down and click on enter my store. Once you do click on that, you will then be brought over to the Shopify dashboard, and from here we can actually start building out our store. The first thing that we will do in order to start building our store with Shopify is to actually pick a theme. In order to pick a theme, we will go over to online store over here, and from here we can actually pick a theme. Now with Shopify, there are a few different themes that you can use. We have free themes and we also have the premium themes. Now I generally recommend when you're just starting out to actually go and just use a free theme. So if we go and click on explore free themes over here, we will see all of the different free themes that you can use. So we have Boundless, Venture, loads of different cool ones over here. Now personally, the one that I actually prefer is the debut theme, and this is the one that we will be using throughout the tutorial, but feel free to go and pick any one and you can still follow along, and you can just make amendments to your own store as you go along. So now that we have picked our theme, firstly what we can do is go and click on customize over here. And once we click on this, we will see that our page loads. So this is how our store is looking at the moment, pretty plain. Now we're obviously going to want to create it so that it stands out and people are going to want to purchase our personalized print-on-demand products. So firstly, what we are going to go and do now is look at how we can get some pictures to actually start adding to our website. So some pictures of the products and people holding and using the products so that we can start using them on our site. Now, when it comes to taking product pictures for your website, you're going to want to have some pictures of people actually holding the products. Now, you can see for the website that I'm creating, I've just got a picture of me holding this one and of my sister holding this one. And I haven't used any fancy photography equipment. I've just used my phone, which is a Samsung S8. So I've just gone and got people to hold these. So I said, like I said, my sister for this one and myself for this one. And I've just gone and taken some pictures at home. And then later on, we will go and actually edit those pictures. So we'll crop out the backgrounds and then we can go and create them so they look a bit cooler and ready for our website. So what you're going to want to do is when you have your sample products come in after a few days, just go and ask your friends or your family, can we take some pictures of you holding these products? Or if it's a pet product, you can go and put it on your own pet if you have a dog or a cat. Or if it's a baby product, maybe you have a niece, nephew, or a son or a daughter that you can take the product images with. So you're just going to go and want to take some simple product pictures. Like I said, you could just use your phone for this, and then in the next part of the tutorial we will actually go and edit those images so that we can add them to our website and they look really cool and entice people to actually purchase the products. Once you have taken some good pictures of people using your personalized print-on-demand products or holding them, whether it be your friends, family, yourself, or your pets, then what you're going to want to do is then transfer those images from your phone or whatever you've used to take the pictures and then put them onto your computer. Then we are going to head over to a website called remove.bg so that we can actually remove the backgrounds of these images and then we can make them look a little bit nicer before we upload them to our website. So we'll leave a link in the description to remove.bg. Once you click on that link, you will come over to a site that looks like this, and then we are just going to go and click on upload image. Now, like I said, you are going to want to take the images from your phone or whatever you use to take the pictures and then put them on your computer, and then we can upload the image. So now I'm just going to go and navigate to the image. So you can see over here, here is the one I've taken of me holding the phone case. So I'm just going to go and click on this and then just go and click on open. Once you click on that, then you will be able to see immediately that the background is removed. Now, I did actually just go and edit this image on my phone prior, just to make myself look a little bit more handsome. I know it's hard to do that, but I have managed to make myself maybe look a little bit better than usual. So once you have done that, then you can just go and click on download. And now that image has been downloaded, ready to upload to our website. So now we're just going to go and do that for one more. So we're just going to go and click on upload image again. And then I'm just going to go and scroll down to the one of my sister over here. So we can just go and pick this and click on open again. And now we can see that the background has been removed perfectly on that one as well. And once again, we can just go and hit download. So now that we've gone and done that, those are the two images that I'm going to be using for now. So we can come back to remove.bg later to actually go and create some more images. But we're firstly just going to start off with our main image for our homepage. So if we go over to our store, we're going to want to have just one main image over here. So firstly, let's just go and create that image. So we're going to go and head over to a website called Canva. Now, Canva is a free online graphic editing tool. So what we are going to do, once you sign up for Canva, your Canva dashboard will look a little something like this. It's really easy to sign up. You just enter in your email address and create a password. And then once you log in, your dashboard will look a little something like this. So then you're going to go to custom dimensions over here, and you're going to make this 800 by 800. So we're just going to make it a square image. Then we can go and click on create new design. Once you have done that, your Canva canvas will load, and now we can actually just go and create an image. So firstly, let's just go and add an element. Now, when you are creating your store, I recommend just keeping it pretty clean. So I'm just going to go and keep my store black and white and with a little bit of yellow in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an element, and then if you scroll down, you will be able to see different elements, so different shapes and things like that. So we're going to go for a square shape over here and just add that on there. And we're just going to drag that to the size of our canvas like this. So let's just go and do that. Then I'm going to just change the color of this to this kind of light yellow like this. Now what we can do is we can go to uploads, and we can go to upload an image over here. And then I'm just going to go and upload that image that I just downloaded. So if I go to downloads, and we can just go and upload this one over here and click on open. Then we can see there's the image without the background that I just downloaded from remove.bg. So we can just go and click on this, and then we can see if we just line this up, and we can just do something like that. So that is a really easy way of doing something like this. Now, if you do have Photoshop, you can actually go and create better images. So I will go over later on in the tutorial how we can create better images using Photoshop. But for those of you that are on a bit of a budget, maybe you just want to use Canva for now. So this is a really easy way of doing it, and it's still going to look pretty good. So I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger like this. And then once you have done that, all you can do is just name your image. So we can just call this pod image 1, and we can just go and click download once again, and then just click on download. Once the image has downloaded, we can just close this and close this, and now we can head back to our store, and we can actually go and add this image to our home page. So firstly, what we're going to do is let's just go and delete some of these unnecessary sections. So firstly, when you load your debut theme, you will see image with text overlay. We're just going to go and delete this. So let's go and remove this section. We're also going to delete our featured section. So let's go and remove this. So we're just going to remove everything. So we start with a blank canvas. We're going to keep this section, image with text. And we are also going to go and delete this slideshow. So now we have a pretty plain site. All we have is this image with text. And this is what we're going to start with. And I'm just going to go and align this to the right, because I think that looks a lot nicer. So now we've got this. We can just go and click on select image. And we can just go and upload an image. And we can just go and upload the design that we just downloaded from Canva. So let's just go and click on open like this. And now we can see we have that image of the person actually holding the product. So now we can just go and click on select. So that looks really cool. And then if we look at it on a mobile like this, we can see that that's how it's going to look on a mobile. Now what we can do is, as soon as somebody lands on our site, we can actually just go and describe what our store is all about. So for this top caption over here, you're going to want to go and put in something like personalized just for you. So in this heading area, you can just go and type that in, and then within this section over here, you're going to want to describe your product in a little bit more detail. So I'm just going to go and say personalize your phone case in style with phone face. So phone face is going to be the brand name for this store. So you can say whatever you want here. Personalize your blah blah in style with, and then the name of your brand. That's a really easy way to get started. When the customer actually lands on your page, they're going to instantly see what the product is all about. So what the store is all about and what it's selling and what type of product it is selling. Then I'm just going to say something in here like, if Kim K can do it, why can't you? Now this is just something a little bit playful for my kind of target audience. Somebody that's likely to buy a product like this probably has seen the Kim Kardashian case. So you can go and put something in here like this that's going to kind of resonate with your audience. So if you've got a kind of pet niche, then you could say something in here about pets. For example, why not make your pet's day or something like that. And then after that, I'm just going to go and put in, we offer beautifully custom printed. So you want to outline that they are custom printed, personalized phone cases in various different designs. So just so that they know, we have loads of different designs, and then check out our styles today. So we're just going to go and put that in there for now. Now what we can do is, it's going to have a button label as well. So we're just going to put shop now on the button. And then for now, we're not going to go and add a link. Once we actually go and create our products, we can add a link to our products. So we will just go and put a hashtag in there for now. And that can be our link, just so our shop now button shows up. So that is the initial part of our homepage. That's going to be the first thing that the customer sees. So that's looking pretty good. Now obviously we will go and change the branding of the actual store, so all this different blue, so it just looks a little bit cleaner, and the text and things like that later on in the tutorial. But for now, we're just going to go and carry on making the actual structure of our homepage. So let's go and add the next section to our website. So we can just go and click this little back button over here, and then we can go and click on add section. Then if we scroll down, now we're going to go and add a text column with images section. So go and click on this and click on add. And now what we are going to do is, we are going to show how our picture from our customer, it can be transformed into the design style and then printed onto the actual product. So we're going to take them through the whole process through this actual section over here, so that it really makes it clear to them what they're actually purchasing and how cool the actual product is. So firstly, over here where it says text column with images, we are going to go and change this to how it works. And we will just go and leave that for now. And then in the taglines, we are going to go and just put 3 taglines in. So firstly, we're going to have one that says upload your image. And we can just go and delete all of this text in here for now. And then the second one, so if we just close this, we can just drop it down. Then the second one, we can go and add in one that says let our artists get to work. So let our artists get to work. And then finally, you can go and add one in that says receive. So I'm going to say receive your phone case, but you can go and add whatever your product is. So receive, if I can spell it correctly, receive your phone case. Or you can go, if you've got multiple different products, you can just go and say receive your product. So now we've taken them through that 3-step process, but we want to also do that visually, because that's going to be the most important thing. So I'm just going to go and delete all of this text in here for now. So firstly, we are going to go and have an image that the customer can actually upload. Now, I recommend having all of these 800 by 800 pixels so that they look really good. So we're going to go back over to Canva, and then now we're just going to go and click on home. And I'm going to go and create a new Canva canvas. So over here, I'm going to go custom dimensions once again, and just go for 800 by 800 again. And then I'm going to go and click on create new design. Now from here, I'm just going to go and upload the image that I have on one of my phone cases. So if I just go and go to upload an image, and from here, I can just go and upload this image that's on this phone case over here that's been changed into this vector. So if I scroll down, I can go and navigate to that image. So let's go and have a look. So that's this one over here. So I'm just going to go and open that in here. And then I'm just going to drag it to make sure that it is 800 by 800. So let's just go and add this on here. So then we can just go and drag it into the corner, and we can just make sure that it is 800 by 800. Then we can just go and move this up a bit and align it like this. So let's just go and leave it like something like that. So that's perfectly fine. So now we can just go and say this one is going to be upload your image. So we can just go and download that now. So let's just go and click on download. So now that we've downloaded that, we can just close this. Now within the same Canva canvas, instead of creating a completely new one, I'm just going to go and actually just create the next image. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go and upload an image again. So let's just go and delete this one. And we can go and click on upload an image. And now I'm actually going to go and upload this second image over here. So this is the one that has been sent to me by the Fiverr designer. So I'm going to go and click upload. So let's just go and upload this. And once that has uploaded, I'm just going to go and select this again. I'm just going to make sure that it's fairly centered. So let's just go and make it fairly a decent sort of size, and we can just go and drag it right into the center like this. So now we have our second image over here. We can once again, so this one's going to be called Let Our Artist Get to Work, and we can just go and download this one and hit download again. So now that's downloaded, we can go and close this. Now, the last one that we are going to want to have is going to be an actual mock-up of our product. So firstly, let's just go and upload these two images. So if we go back over here, and we can just go and upload our first one where it says upload an image. So let's just go to upload image, select an image, and we can go to upload. And in my downloads, I'm just going to go the upload image one over here. So let's just go and upload that over here. So now that's uploaded, we can just go and hit select. So now we can actually just go and add a caption in here. Now you can just go and say something like, upload an image you would like to add to your phone case. So in your store's caption, you can go and obviously make that applicable to the products that you're selling. So upload an image you would like to add to your dog bed or to your cushion cover or wherever product it is that you're selling. And then we can just go and say it can be a self. So let's just delete that because it's gone up here for some reason. Let me just delete that. And we can just say it can be a selfie, a picture, and I'm just going to delete that, or a picture of a friend or family member. The higher quality the image, the better. So we can just put something in like that. So that's going to be our first caption, upload an image. So we're just telling our customer that the first step for them to create their personalized print on demand product is for them to upload an image. The next one is going to be let our artists get to work. So let's just go and open that one up, and we can just go and select image, upload. And then I'm just going to go and select the let our artist get to work image. So let's just go and click on open on that. So once that uploads, we can just go and click on select again, and we can go and add a caption in here as well. So we can say, once you have chosen your style and uploaded an image, so let me just go back down here. Just sit back and let our artists transform your image. So we can just go and add that in there. Now with these captions, we are also going to go and add in some buttons. So let's go to upload an image, and we can just go and type in get started for these buttons as well. And like I said, for now we will go and change these buttons so that they link over to our products, but for now we're just going to go and put a hashtag in there. So we can go and put get started on that one, and then for the second one we can go and put something just like buy now. So we could just say buy now, and we can once again just go and put a hashtag in there. So we have our second one. Now for the third one, it's going to say receive your phone case or receive your product, whatever you want to put in there. Now this is where we want to actually get some mock-ups of our product. Now ideally you could just go and put someone holding the product like this. So once again, I could go and just put an image, a different person, so my sister may be holding it again in a different way. But I also like to, perhaps you want to include an actual mock-up. Now if you want to include an actual mock-up, you're going to have to go back over to your print-on-demand provider, so whether you're using Printful, Printify or Gooten. So let's just head over to Printful and let's go and get a mock-up from over here. So what we can do is we can go to the mock-up generator within Printful over here, and we can actually just go and create a mock-up for that phone case. So if we go down over here and we scroll down to accessories, and we can just go to, let's just say, iPhone cases over here. Now I can actually just go and get a mock-up. So if I go to iPhone case, and you can do this with any product on Printful just using their mock-up generator. So over here I can actually just go and select the one that I want to use. So let's just say I wanted to go and use something old school like iPhone 6, let's just say, for argument's sake. Then I can go and click on drop design here. So I can just go and then click on upload. And then from here I can upload my design. So here's the design that I created in Illustrator, and I can just go and click on open, and it's very similar to when we were actually ordering the products earlier, but this time we are just going to go and actually create the mock-ups so that we can download them and then add them to that final piece of our website. So over here I'm just going to go and choose this. And now we can see our mockup has been generated, and what you can do then is just go and click on generate files, and then it's going to have default mockups and the lifestyle mockups. Now personally I'm just going to go with the default mockups. Now over here it's going to go and have all of these different phone cases just in case you want to use any of them, but for now I'm just going to go and let's just say I'm just going to go and stick to iPhone 11. Let's just untick some of these over here. So let's just untick these, and we can just have case on phone. And I'm just going to go and actually just click on generate files now. Once you generate the files, you can just go and click on download files so you can download all of those mockups. So I'm just going to go and click on download files. And once the mockup files have finished downloading, you can just navigate to them in your downloads. So I've just got mine over here. You can just right click and you can just go and click on extract here. Once it has finished extracting, you will then see all of your mockups over here with your design on. So this is a really cool thing that you can do with Printful, is just go and get all of these mockups. Now obviously we are going to want to make them 800 by 800 so that they fit with the rest of the images on our website. So we're going to head back over to Canva over here. I'm just going to go and delete this. I'm going to go and upload an image. And I can just go and upload one of these mockups. So I'm just going to go and click on open. And now that mock-up has finished uploading, I can just go and select this, and I can just make it a bit bigger, just like this. And then I can just go and change this to receive your phone case. And then I can just go and click on download and click on download once again. So now that that has downloaded, we can just go and close this. We can head back over to our store and go to the receive your phone case part, select an image and click on upload an image. And then I can just go and pick this last one that I just downloaded. So let's just go and select this. And now we can see we have the receive your phone case. So now you can see how we've outlined the steps of the process of our store to our customer, how it works. They upload an image. So here's the image that the customer uploads. It gets turned into a cool kind of design by our artists, and then you receive your phone case. So the one with the actual design on it. So then we can just go and click on select over here. Now, of course, you might want to use a different provider than Printful. So if you want to use Printify, you're going to have to go to your Printify dashboard, and then once you do that, you will go to the catalog over here. You can go and navigate to your product. So if we go back to the clock that we were using earlier, so let's just scroll down to this wall clock over here. We can just then go and actually click on start designing, and then from here we can go and add our design. So I'll just go and upload my design. So let me just go and upload this over here. And then once we upload this, we can just go and actually get the mock-up for this. So if we go to preview over here, we can actually just go and see the front preview. And then what you can do is within Printify, for the product that you want the mock-up for, when you've clicked preview, you can just click right click and click save image as. And then you can just go and save this image. So I could just say pod clock mockup. and then I can just go and save that. So you can see I've saved it over here, and they also have this side mockup for this clock. So depending on the product, they'll have different mockups, and once again you can just right click and click on save image, and that's how you can get the mockup from Printify. And then once you've saved that, you're going to want to repeat the process. So you can just go where it's 800 by 800, just go and upload this, make sure it's in the center, download the image, and then you can just upload it as the final part over here. And it's the same thing for Gooten over here. So you can actually just go to orders, and then what you can do is you can click on order a sample, and then you can just go and click on create new product, choose a product, and then from here you can go and choose your product. So let's just say we wanted the pet bandana. Now with some of the products on Gooten, I have to say that they don't actually have good mockups the same as Printify and also Printful do. So what you're going to want to do is, if you are using products from Gooten, then you're going to have to take your very own images. So you're going to have to order the product in and just have someone using it. So if you did have this pet bandana, you're going to have a dog wearing it, and that can be the final piece of your puzzle where you have received your product. So now, like I said, it's looking really good. We've outlined how our actual process of actually getting these products created and sent out to our customer works, so our customer knows exactly how it works, and it makes it look really cool, and it's really easy to follow along for the customer. And just having this visual process makes it really kind of exciting for the customer. Now for the final caption over here where we have receive your phone case, we are just going to go and enter this in. So we'll just say you'll, now obviously this depends on which provider you're using, but let's just say you're using Printful, who actually ship out fairly quickly. You can say you'll receive your phone case in 5 to 8 working days, and you can just add in something like ready to flaunt for the world to see. And then finally we can just go and add in a button like get started again, and we will just go and add in a hashtag in there for now until our links are actually ready. So that's looking really good. So now that we've done that, what we are going to do next is we're just going to go and hit save on here, and now we are actually going to go and create the product. So we're going to go and actually create the product so that we can have the product on our actual home page so that they can see it. So we are just going to go back now. We will go over here where it says navigate to themes, so just click on this. And from here, when we go back to our Shopify dashboard, now we can actually go and start installing the Printful, Printify and Gooten apps and actually create the product. So let's start off by creating a product using Printful. So in order to create a product using Printful, we are going to have to install the Printful app. So we are going to go and click on apps over here. And then from apps, we can go to visit the Shopify App Store. Once the App Store loads, we can just go in here and search for Printful, and then just go and click on this. And then you would want to go and click on the first one, Printful Print on Demand. So just go and click on this. And then we are just going to go and click on Add App. Once the page loads, we can just scroll down and click on Install App. It will then ask you to connect your store with Printful. So you can just go and connect an existing account. So when you ordered your Printful samples earlier, you can just go and enter in your email address and password. And once you have entered this, just click on sign in. It will then ask you to confirm the connection. So just click on connect store. And once you have done that, it will just say, hold on, product data is being synchronized. So just give it a few moments to actually load this. Once Printful has finished loading, it will say add your first product to your store. Now, I'm going to firstly show you how you can add products that can be personalized directly just from using Printful, because Printful has a few products where it allows customers to just personalize them just using the Printful app. And then later on, we will actually go and add products where we have to install a third-party app that will allow customers to upload an image, choose a different color for their personalized product and things like that. So firstly, if we just scroll down, we can go to add product. And the first product that I am going to go and show you that you can go and start selling as a personalized product is a jewelry product. So if we scroll down over here and we go to accessories, and we can just scroll down and go to jewelry, and let's just say for argument's sake we wanted to sell necklaces. So we can go and sell custom engraved necklaces. So let's say we wanted to pick this one over here. We can just go and pick this, And if we scroll down, we can go and select all of the colors. So we can go and offer all of the different colors and the sizing options. And then over here, if we go to design, we can go to add text. And let's just say it doesn't really matter what text you add here, because like I said, the customer is going to be able to upload their own text, and that is what will be engraved on the necklace. So we could just say something like John, and then we could just go and put like a heart like this, Laura. So we could just go and do something like that. And then we can just go, so let's see part of your design. So we can just make this a bit smaller. So you can just go and do this, just so that the design actually fits within inside the engraving area. And then we can just go and change the font just to make it maybe look a little bit nicer when people are actually looking at it. So when they're previewing it, we can just go and change it to that. So let's just say that looks a little bit nicer. So now we've done that, and if we have a look at the mock-up view, we can actually see the mock-up of it as well. So there's loads of different mock-ups that we could potentially use. So you can see John loves Laura, just like that. But now what we can do is, if you scroll down under the design tab over here, so let's just scroll, and we will see let your customers create personalized versions of your design in real time on your store. So we're actually just going to go and tick this box over here, and then once we do that, it's going to allow the customer to go and upload their own. So let me just once again just make this a bit smaller, just so it's inside. So make sure the design fits inside the print area. So that's fine. So now it's saying it's too small, so we can maybe make it a bit bigger. So let's just go for that. So now what we can do is, if we just scroll down, we can go to proceed to mockups, and then from here it's going to ask us which mockup style we want as the default mockups. So we can go for the woman mockup, so the woman wearing it, the default mockup, or the one in the actual box. Now I'm just going to go for the default one because that's the one I like. And then once we do that, we can go and say mockups that we publish to store. So you can go and pick your main mockup image. I'm just going to go for the rose gold one because I think that looks really nice. And then you can go for JPEG or PNG. Now, personally, I would say just go for JPEG because, as you can see here, it makes your store load faster. So we can just go to proceed to description. Now, we will have a look at descriptions in a bit more detail later on in the tutorial. So for now, I'm just showing you how you can actually create the custom product. So we'll just leave this blank for now and go to proceed to pricing. And then from here, you can actually go and determine how much you want to charge. Now, in terms of running Facebook ads, you can see here the price of this is £18.54 or £23.92, so it's quite expensive. But I think a custom engraved necklace, you could easily charge $50 for that, especially around Christmas time and Valentine's and also perhaps Black Friday. So if we just go increase this by, and then what we can do is, let's just go, and I'm just going to increase this by, let's see, just to a nice round number. So let's go and increase this by 24 and 2p, and that makes it $49.99. Now obviously if you're in dollars, then you can go and change this to your currency, or you can always do a percentage increase as well. And then that way I'm going to make £31.45 profit, which is quite a good profit. So then after that we'll say publish product to the store, so we're just going to leave that. Now we will go and create collections later on as well, but generally if you have a personalized product store when you're just starting out, you might not have many collections. So for example, for me creating a store just with personalized phone cases, I'm not going to have collections for Samsung and collections for iPhones. I'm just going to have mine all in one. So what I'm going to do now is just go and click on submit to store. Once you click on submit to store, we can scroll up and you will see that the engraved silver bar chain necklace is being created. So just give it a moment to load. So now that we have done that, our product is available. So if we scroll down, we will see the engraved silver bar chain necklace over here. Now what we can do is we can go to view in Shopify over here. And once this loads, we can actually see that here is the product from a customer's point of view, and there is this personalized design button. So we can just go and click on personalized design. And this is how the customer can actually just go and personalize the product now. So when the customer sees the product, they can go and type something in like I love you or something, whatever, you know, somebody might want to purchase. I love you, Jane, let's just say something like that. And then they can just go and click on add to cart. So you can see that is how Printful allows people to just go and create their own custom personal products. Now that is just a few products on Printful. So when you are actually adding them, so if we just close this, so let's just open this up and we can close this now. When you are actually adding products to over here on Printful, you will just see under the design tab if it allows you to add personalization. Now, not all products will have that. So if we go and add in my phone cases now, so if we go to accessories and I just add in a phone case, so let's start with iPhone cases. If I go and add in an iPhone case and then we go to the design tab now over here, we can see that we don't actually have the option to add personalization to this. So this time we are actually going to have to add an extra app that's going to allow us to add personalization to this particular product. So firstly, let's just go and add this. So I'm going to go and drop my design in. So let's just go and add my design, and I can just go to upload. So I'm just going to go and upload this design over here with my face on, and then I'm just going to go and choose this. And now that I have chosen this one over here, what I can do is I can just go and click on proceed to mockups. And then once again, it's going to give me the option to go for a lifestyle or default. I'm just going to go for the default mockups. And then once again, if we scroll down, it's going to ask me if I want JPEG or PNG. So I'm just going to go for the JPEG and click on proceed to description. Like I mentioned earlier, we will go and have a look at the descriptions later on. So we can just go to proceed to pricing. And then with pricing, you can also do a percentage increase. So if we go to a percentage increase, let's say we wanted to increase this by 10, 15, we can even go a bit higher than that. So let's say we want to make £10 on this. So let's have a look. I'm going to say I want to charge £25. So let's go for £25. So I make almost £17 profit, which is pretty healthy. And then we can just scroll down, once again, publish the product and go and click on submit to store. So just give it a few moments. So if we scroll down, we will see that it's uploading that product to our store. So just give it a moment for that product to actually sync with our Shopify store. And once the product has synced, we can go and click on view in Shopify. And now we can see that we have the product here, but there isn't any option for the customer to actually go and upload their photo that gets turned into a vector and printed on the phone case. So we need to go and install an app that's going to allow our customer to upload a photo. And also you can actually go and add extra product personalization things, like for example, this design only comes in blue, but we could go and add some personalization so that the customer can go and pick their background color as well. So let's go back to the back end, so the Shopify dashboard, and we will go to apps once again. And then from here, we will go and click on visit Shopify App Store. And once the Shopify App Store loads, we will go and type in product personalizer. So just go and type that in. And once you type that in, we are going to go and scroll down until we see this best custom product options. So it's going to be this yellow one with a blue tick. So go and click on this. And with this third-party app, you do get a free trial, but it is $8.99 a month, which is not too expensive to allow your customers to actually go and upload images and also go and pick different colors and things like that. So this is a really helpful app, especially when it comes to creating a personalized print-on-demand store. You're going to want to have an app like this so that customers can go and customize their product. So we're just going to go and click on add app, and then we can just scroll down and click on install app. Once the app is installed, it will say choose a plan to get started. So you can just go with the basic plan when you are starting out. So I'm just going to go and click on activate. And then from here, for now, we can just go and click on start free trial. Once you click on start free trial, you will see best custom product options, and you will see the two products that we just created over here. So now we want to go and add a feature to our iPhone case product where we can actually allow our customer to upload an image and also go and pick a different color of their phone case. So we just go and choose our iPhone case. And now that we have chosen our iPhone case, if we scroll down, we will see that we have this option of choosing the size, which is default. But then if we scroll down, we will see add virtual options. So we're going to go and click on this, and then we can just go and click on upload. So we can go and name this, upload your image. And then we can go to type, and we can go to file upload. And we can make this a required option. So that means they have to upload an image in order to purchase the product. So we can go and tick this and then go and click on this and then go and click save. So now that we have saved that, we can go and click on save and view in my store. And then we can go and have a look at how that's going to actually look. So if we go to edit Shopify options over here, and this is going to bring us over to the Shopify product. And then what we can do is we can go and click on preview over here. So let's just wait for this to load. And now let's go and click on preview. And now that the preview has loaded, we can see that they can go and choose whichever one they want. So they can go and choose their iPhone 6 Plus or their iPhone 7 Plus or whatever one they want. And then they can actually go and upload your image. So you're going to go and prompt your customer to upload an image. So that is the first part that we have added. Now what we can also do, if we just go and close these, we can actually also just go and add an option of adding color swatches in. So if we go and add virtual, and then we can call this choose a color. And then what we can do is we can go to color swatches over here, and we can go and make this required again, and then we can go and add a value. So you could go and add loads of different values, and let's say I wanted to offer this phone case in a few different colors. So I can go and grab some colors from here. So I can say we've got the original blue color, so I could say that's one value, the original blue. So let's just make sure, so we can actually just go and, so if you click on the color over here, that's where you can actually go and paste the hex in, and then this is where you would put the name in. So we can go and call this royal blue, and then I could go and let's just say I wanted to offer it in red. So I can go and once again click on the square, paste in my hex color, and I can just call this red. And then we can go and just pick one more color. So let's just say I wanted to offer it in gold. So let's just go and pick this, and I can go and paste my hex color in here, and then I can say gold like this. Click OK, and then click save. And now once again I can actually just go and preview the product. So if we go to edit Shopify options, and then we can just go and click on preview product. And now that the product has loaded, once again, they can go and choose which one they want. So they can go and choose whichever iPhone they want. Then they can go and upload an image, and then they can also go and choose their color as well. So that's really easy. You can see how this app works. It makes it really cool to allow your customer to actually go and personalize their product. So now that we have gone and done that for a Printful product, we will go and actually go and repeat this process with Printify and Gooten as well. So firstly, let's go and do this with Printify. So once again, we are going to go and click on apps, and then we are going to go and click on visit Shopify App Store. Once the App Store loads, we can go and just type in Printify and just go and hit enter. You can then install the Printify app over here. So just click on this, and from here we can just go and click on add app. Once you click on that, it will load this page. So just scroll down and click on install app. Once you click on that, it will then load this page. It will just say sign up and start earning. So you can go and sign up if you haven't signed up with Printify already, but I'm assuming if you've ordered in your sample products, you probably have already signed up. So we can just scroll down and click on sign in. Once we click on this, we can just enter in our email address and password. And once you enter this in, just go and click on sign in. Once you click on sign in, it will bring you to the Printify dashboard. Now over here, you can go and add your store name and add your personal details. So if you go and click on add store name, and you can just go and it should take the store name from your actual Shopify store. So you can see here, mine's got the personalized pod store. So whatever you signed up with Shopify as your store name is, it should just go and take that. And you can go and change things like your ship from address. So over here, you can go and change this if you want to. So generally they will just go and put it as the default Printify address. So that way, if you do have a return product, it will get returned straight to Printify, and then you can deal with refunds, which is really easy. Or you can go and put in your own personal custom address if you want to. Now, I just recommend using the Printify default address, and that is the same for Printful as well. When you sign up for it, Printful will go and put their address on the actual shipping label, so that if the customer does want to return it, they return it directly to Printful or Printify, and then that way you can just go and organize the refund that way. So it's a lot easier. So once you do that, we can just go back over here, and then it will bring you to the My Store area. So from here, we can actually go and add a product. So if we go and click on Add Products, and then once again, we can go and pick which product we want. So for example, if we wanted to go and add the clock again, I could go to Home and Living, and then I can scroll down. I can find the wall clock over here. And then what I can do is I can click on Start Designing again, and I can just do this within Shopify. So I can go and add my design. I can go to My Device. I can then go and select the one that I created for the clock and just hit open. And then we can just go and click on next. And then from here, it's going to say to select the main image. So you can go and pick this one or this one, whichever you like. And then you can also go and select the title image clock based color. So you could go and choose white, wooden, black, whichever one you want to go and use. Then we can just go and click on next. Then from here, we can go and change the description again. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I will go over the product descriptions in a bit more detail later on in the tutorial. So we can just go and click on next. And then from here, we can go and change the variants. So this is where we can actually go and change our pricing. So over here, we've got all of the different sizes. So what we can do is we can just go and change the profit. So if we want to go and just change this, we can go and round this up to a retail price, let's just say of £40, and then I make $17.99 profit. So sorry, $40 and $17.99 profit. And I think $40 for a personalized clock is a fair kind of price. So then we can just go and hit next. And then from here, it will just say store details, and we can go and publish product to our Shopify store. Once again, you can go and add a collection. So I'll show you how to add collections later on in the tutorial. But for now, we will just go and hit publish. So now that we have published that product with Printify, we can go back to apps over here. We can go to our best custom product options app. So just go and click on this. And then from here, we will have the wall clock now. So if I go and choose the wall clock over here, and now what I can do is I can go and add something to it. So we've got color already. We've got white, black, wooden. So that's the one around the edge. We also have the size, so 10-inch size, and then the hands, black or white. But now we can actually go and add the option for them to upload their image. So we go to add virtual option. Once again, we can say upload your image. Then we can go to type, and we can go to file upload. Make it a required one. Hit OK, and then once again hit save. So now that we've done this, what we can do is click save and view in my store. And then from here, if we just go over to products, we will see all of our different products that we have created so far. So we've got the engraved chain that I created earlier. We've got the iPhone case, and we have the wall clock. And now if we just go to view on online store, and now we can see that the customers have all of these different options, and then they can go and upload their image. So they can upload an image of their face, and then once again, you will just turn that face into a vector, add it to your design, and then you will go and fulfill that order so they have a clock with their personal face on. So that's a really easy way to do it with Printify. Now finally, we will just go and repeat the process with Gooten. So let's just go and close this. Now what we can do is we can go to apps over here, then we can go to visit Shopify App Store, and from here we can just go and type in Gooten, and then just hit enter. And then from here, just go and choose the top one, Gooten over here. And then what we're going to do is just go and click add app. Once you click on add app, it will bring you back over to this page where it will just say sign up for free. Now, like I said, if you are using Gooten as your provider, you probably have already signed up. So we can just scroll down and go and click on login. Now from here, you can just go and enter in your email address and password and click on login. Now from here, we are going to go and click on Product Hub over here. And then we are going to go and click on Shopify. And then we are going to go and enter in our Shopify address. So if we go over here, I'm just going to go and copy this where it says personalized pod store. I'm just going to copy that, head back over to Gooten, paste that in here, and then go and click on connect. Once you click on that, it will bring you back over to here, and we can go and click on install app. And then once you do that, you will see that your store has been added over here. So that's really brilliant. So now from here, we can go and click on add new product. And then we can go and choose our product. So let's say once again, we wanted to go and use the pet bandana. I can go and pick this, and then I can go and pick the shape. So let's just say square, and the size as well. Continue with 1 SKU. And then what we can do is I can go and upload my artwork. So I've already got it over here. So I'm just going to go and select that. And then I can just go and click on continue over here. And then once again, just click on continue again. And then you will see that it is loading the product to your store. So just give it a few moments. So now if we scroll down, we can go and actually change the pricing. So if we scroll all the way down over here, we can go and add our profit. So it's going to cost us $5.90. So what we can do is we can just go and change this customer price. Maybe let's just say to $20. So let's just say we're going to sell this for $19.99. And then we can see that we make a $14 profit. So now what we can do is we can just go and hit publish to stores. You will then see that your product has been created successfully. So what we can do is we can go back to our Shopify store, go and click on products now. And then we can see that we have our pet bandana over here. So once again, what we can do is if we go to apps, we can just repeat that process. So if we go over here, we can just go and ensure that the customer is able to upload a picture of their dog ready to be cropped and added to the pet bandana. So if we just go and click on this. And then what we can do is scroll down, add a virtual option. We can go upload your image, or you can go and say something like upload an image of your furry friend. You know, you can go and muck around and play around with it, and then you can go and just go for a file upload, make it required, and then we can just go and hit OK, and then we can go and hit save. So now that's saved. Once again, if we go to products over here, and then we can just go and view this in our online store, and we can see over here that we have a pet bandana, square polyester, the size. They can go and choose the size, and then they can just go and upload the image of their dog that will be cropped and added to the pet bandana. Now, like I said, the only thing about the Gooten product is that they don't really have any great mock-ups. So this just looks like a square design. So you would want to have some images of the dog actually wearing the bandana with their actual picture on. So that's just going to entice the customer to purchase it more. And obviously, like I said, we're going to want to go and add in some product descriptions in here, and also change the actual look and feel of our site in terms of branding and the fonts and the colors and all of those types of things. But that is basically how you can go and create these customizable products using Printify, Printful, and Gooten as well. It's really simple, and using the third-party app, so that the customer can go and upload an image or change the different color that they want, and loads of different things like that. Now, with this actual app, you can actually go and add in other things as well. So if we go in here, let's say you wanted to go and add in some different other things that you wanted to add to your product to make it a bit more customizable, we can go, let's just say for this iPhone case over here. And then if we scroll down and have a look at some of the other virtual options, so if we go to type, you can go and add in some other things like text. So let's say, for example, you wanted to allow them to add a monogram. You could go and add text, and they can just go and type in their initials and things like that. So if I was to add text to this one over here, and you can say what's the max amount of text. So let's say it was initials, we could just say, let's say 3 if they have a middle name, and then the input type is going to be text. You could also change it to a number, but let's just say we leave it as text for now, and we click OK. So let's just add in this as well. So you could say add your initials, and then you can go and click OK. We can go and hit save. And now if we go to products over here, and we go and view this product again, so let's just go and have a look at this. And now if we scroll down, the customer has the option to go and add their initials. So like I said, you could go and do a simple monogram type of thing. So it doesn't have to be just for phone cases. It could be a monogram cushion cover, a monogram shower curtain. It could be anything. So the customer can just go and add their initials, and that's what's going to be added. So with this app, you can go and create loads of different personalized print-on-demand products, and it's really simple. So now that I've shown you how you can actually go and create products, what we will do next, we will go and finish the rest of our homepage, and then we will focus a look at how we can actually change the branding of our homepage so it looks a lot cleaner. So from here, we can just go to online store, and then we can just go to customize. Once the customize area loads, we can go and have a look at what we've done so far. So we've got the how it works section and our first initial part, so that the customer knows straight away what the products they are selling. So then we can just go and add a new section. So what we are going to do now is we are going to go and add some pictures of the actual products, just enticing the customer to go and actually make a purchase. So let's go to add section over here, and once again we are going to go and add in text column with images. So let's go and add that, and then over here we are going to go and change this. So we're just going to delete one of these. So let's just go and remove content for one of them, and now we're going to have 2. So we're just going to have 2 like that. Now firstly, we're going to have where it says text column with images in our heading, we're just going to go and type in get started. And then what we can do is we can scroll down, and we can go and add a first one. So I'm just going to go and select an image and upload an image. And from here, I'm just going to go and upload one of these mock-ups that I downloaded from Printful earlier. So let's just go and upload this one and click OK. And now I can just go and click on select, and we see we have one over here. So what we can do is now we can go and add in a tagline. So we can go and say something like personalized Samsung case. And then in here, we can go and say grab our all over face print. So I'm going to say face print phone case in our men's style. So you can say something like that. Let's just put that there, and you can say available in different colors. Simply upload your selfie let us do the work. And then for the button, we can just go and type in buy now. And then we can just go and we can actually this time add a product in. So I can go and add in a case in here, and that's just going to go and link over to my product. Now obviously make sure it is the product that you're linking to. Now you can see here, if I go to products, I've actually put the Samsung case as the female one and the iPhone case as the male one, but you can see the mock-ups, this is a Samsung one. So make sure that everything is in order. So if you're going to go and do an iPhone case, make sure that the mock-ups are of an iPhone case, but just for the purpose of the tutorial, I'm just going to go and pick the male one with the male one. So I can go and choose that over here, and then you can go and change the name. So you could say something like phone face Samsung case. So I could go and put something in like that, which is part of my brand name, and they can go and see how the product looks over here. So now we've got that, we can go and add in another one over here. So what we can do is, if we just close this, and this time I'm just going to go and choose this mock-up over here. So if I just go and click on open, and then I can just go and click on select, and once again we can just go and do the same thing. So we can say phone face iPhone case. And then over here in the description part, in the text, we can just say our all over signature print phone case. Show yourself off to the world. And then I can just say all you have to, so let's just go back down here. All you have to do is upload an image, choose your color, and you'll be ready to have the sexiest phone case around. So you can go and put something like that. Now obviously maybe do a bit of research into other websites as to what they kind of have for their captions, and maybe some websites that are similar to yours. So for example, if you're selling pet products, you can go and look at Pup Socks and see what they write in these types of things here, but you kind of get the general idea. So now we can just go and once again hit buy now, and then this time I can go to products, and I can go and just pick this case over here, let's just say. So now that I've done that, I can go and hit save. Now obviously you're going to want to try and put a similar amount of text so that the buttons line up equally. So what I would recommend doing, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go and choose this one again, and I'm just going to go and add in a little bit of extra text in here. So if we just scroll down, what I can say is something like the ultimate phone case for the modern man. So we can just say something like that, and now you can see that the buttons line up correctly. So we can go and hit save, and the really great thing about using Shopify is that it makes it really easy for everything to look good on a mobile. So if we just go and change this to a mobile view, once again we can see how our store is looking on a mobile. So somebody comes on, they can see the person holding the phone case over here, personalized just for you, and shop now, and then we have how it works. So everything looks good and in order, and then we have get started as well over here. So that looks really cool as well. So what we're going to do next, we can just go and hit back over here. Let's just bring this into full view, and we are just going to go now and add in a newsletter section. So we're going to get rid of this newsletter in the footer later on. So for now, let's just go and add in a newsletter so that people can go and sign up. So let's just go and click on add, and then we can say subscribe to our newsletter, and we can just say something like get information on upcoming promotions and cool news from us. So you can just go and say something like that, and now we can just go and once again hit save. So now that I have done that, the final part I'm going to do is just add in one more gallery of how the products actually get created and people actually using the products or receiving their product. So I'm going to go and add a section, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to firstly add something called rich text. So I'm just going to go and add in a heading of it here. This is basically what rich text is. So if I click add, and then what I can do is I can go and say hundreds of satisfied customers, and then we can just go and delete this text in here, and then if we go back now, we can add another section, and we can go and add in a gallery this time. So if we scroll up, we have the gallery over here, and we can just go and hit add. Now with the gallery, I'm just going to go and add in some images that I created. So I'll just go to select an image and upload an image. And then from here, I'm just going to go and find the 3 images that I want to use. So firstly, I have this one over here. So I'm just going to go and use this and click on open. So that's going to be my first one. So I'm just going to go and click on select. And then the next one I'm going to do, so I'm going to go and add in another image. So I'm just going to go and click on select again, upload an image. And then I'm just going to scroll down, and I'm just going to go and choose this one over here. So let's just go and choose that. And then this one, I'm just going to go and put a caption over the top of. So over here, where it says caption, I'm going to say get yours now. So that one's got a caption over the top of it, which looks really cool. And then finally, for the last image, I'm just going to have the picture of me actually holding the case. So if I go to upload image again, and we just scroll down, and we have me over here just holding the case. So now I'm just going to go and upload that. And once again, that just illustrates to the customer how somebody can actually go through the process of receiving the product. They upload their image, gets turned into a vector, and then it gets added onto the phone case. So that's pretty cool. Now if we open it up like this, we can see that it fits perfectly. So when we are in this view, it doesn't fit completely perfectly, but when we open it up like this, it fits perfectly. So now we have over here somebody holding the case, how it works. Then we have 2 options of them actually purchasing the products. Then we have subscribe to our newsletter, and then finally we have hundreds of satisfied customers and people over here actually with the product. Now in order to create these images over here, all I've done is repeat the same process I did for this over here. I've just taken a picture of myself and removed the background using remove.bg, and then over here I've just gone and put a mock-up in here that I have downloaded from Printful and just added an arrow in here. Now when we have a look at creating a Facebook image ad, I will show you how to actually create these using Photoshop, because that is what I used. And then over here, once again, I have just gone and added in the image that the designer sent me on Fiverr, and once again I've just cropped out the image of me holding the case and just put the case next to it again. So that looks really good. So that's how our homepage is looking. It's come along really well. So what we are going to do next, let's just hit save, and we can actually just go and change the branding of our store. So if we go back over here and we go to theme settings, and I'm just going to go and make this bigger. Now personally, I would say with these types of stores, just keep it simple. Don't go too over the top with the branding. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to colors, and then with sale price and things like that, I'm just going to go and change everything to black. So primary buttons, I'm going to go and change them to black like this, just because I think that the color black looks really good. And then we have over here, if we scroll down, secondary labels and borders, I'm just going to change to black as well. And then if we keep scrolling over here, we can go and change certain things. So if we scroll down, everything should just be looking good. So I'm liking that at the moment, just how that's looking. Like I said, looks nice and clean and professional. So just with the black and the white like that. So I like to just keep it simple. Now with the typography, what you can do is you can go and pick 2 fonts that go really well together. So if we just go over to Google and we just type in Google font pairings, and we can go and have a look at different font pairings that are really working well together. So let's just go and have a look at this first one over here. So if we just scroll down, we can have a look at some Google font pairings. So let's just scroll down and see we have this one over here. I don't really like that. It doesn't really kind of go with my design. So go and find one that you think will actually go with your design. So I think railway and robot slab. Let's have a look at that. So if we go back over here, so I think it's this one over here, and we can go and change this. So let's go and have a look at railway. So let me just go and type in railway over here. So I'll just go and choose that and click on select. And the secondary one was robot slab. So if I just go and change this, I think it was robo. Let's just type that in, and we've got roboto slab. So let's just go and click on select. So I like how that's coming together. So we can just go and do that. So we can go and click on bold product titles as well if you want to. So that will make the product titles obviously look a bit better because they will be standing out. So now we have it looking like this, looking really clean, looking really professional. And I kind of just like how the store's coming together. Now what we will do next, now that we have gone and added this, let's go and actually create a logo for our store. So if we go back over here and to Canva, and we can just go and create a logo. So let me just go to my Canva dashboard, and I'm going to go and create a logo now. So let's just go and add in some custom dimensions. So let's just go for 265 by 90 pixels, and we can go and click on create new design. And from here, I'm just going to create a simple text logo. So if we go to text, we can go to add heading. Then I can go and change the font. So I can go and change it to the railway font that I'm using. I'm just going to go for railway heavy over here. And then I'm just going to go and type in, let's just go and type in the name of the store. So we can just say phone face with an E. And if we just drag this out a little bit, and we can just go and bring this into the center like that. So now that we've done that, we can just go and download this. So let's just go and hit download. And now that's downloaded, we can just close this, head back over to our store. Then if we go to sections and go to header over here, and then it will say logo image. So we can go and click on select. We can go upload an image. And then over here, we can see the one I just downloaded. I'm just going to go and click on open. And then we're just going to go and click on select. And then we can actually just change the logo width. So I'm just going to go and bring this up to something like this. So to the biggest size. And I think that looks pretty cool. So let's just go and click on save now. Now, one thing that you can also do is go and change the color of your typography. So actually, if we go back and go to colors over here, we can also go and change the color of the typography. So if we have the heading links over here, I'm just going to change those to completely black, just like this, because I think that looks a little bit nicer. And I'm just going to leave this gray text how it is. So now that we have done that, our homepage is basically completed. Now all we need to do is just make sure that those links are all working. So what we will do is next, we will go and create a collection with all of our different products. So then as soon as somebody clicks on shop now, it will bring them over to all of the different options of our personalized print on demand products. And we can also go and link up all of these buttons over here to our different products as well. So let's go back to our Shopify dashboard over here, and we can just go and click on this. And from here, if we go and click on products, and now we can go and click on collections, and then I'm just going to go and click on create collection. And then from here, I can actually just go and change the collection. So I'm just going to change this to personalized phone cases. And then I'm just going to scroll down. Now you can add conditions to your collections. Basically what that means is if a product contains the word, so product tag is equal to, let's say I could go in here and put in phone case. Now for me, it's bring up art wall and Decca from Printify and Gooten. But let's just say I was to go and put phone case in there. Then anytime that a product has a product tag of phone case, it will automatically be added to this collection. So let me just go and add in a product tag is equal to, let's just say phone case, and then I'm just going to go and hit save. So now that we have done that, what we can do is we can go and add those products to a collection. So if I go to all products over here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and click on this product, and then from here, if I scroll down where it says collections, I'm just going to go and add in a collection. So I can just go and add in that tag. So I'm just going to go and add in phone case and click on add that. And now that I have added that, this product will be added to the phone case collection. So let's just go and click on save. And now we can see that this has been added to that collection. So if we go back to collections now and we go to personalized one over here, we can scroll down and we will be able to see that the phone case, the iPhone case, has been added to this collection. So if I go to all products, once again, I'll just repeat that process. So if I just go to the Samsung case over here, and I can just go to the tags and just scroll down, and I can just go and type in phone case, click on add, and click on save, and this will be added to the phone case collection now. So now that we have done that, what we will do is we will go and link up those buttons. So let's just go back to the front end of our store. So if we just go over here, and then if we just go to customize, and then from here where it says shop now, I can just go and add a collection to that. So let's just go and go to collections, and we can just go to personalized phone case collection and click save. So now if somebody clicks shop now, it's going to bring them over to the personalized phone case collection. So if we just go and open this up like this and wait for it to load, and now that it's loaded, if somebody goes and clicks on shop now, they will come over to the personalized phone case collection, and then they will see the two phone cases, the iPhone case and the Samsung case, and they can just go and click on these and purchase. Now obviously if you have different designs and different phone cases, then you can go and create a collection so that people can see all of the different designs that you have. So now let's just go back to our homepage. So we can just go and click on this and it will bring us back to our homepage, and now we can just go and link up some other buttons. So we've got get started over here. So if we just go to how it works, where it says get started, we can go and link that to our collection as well. So we just get rid of this, we can go to collections and we can go to personalized phone cases. Then the one at the end where it says buy now, we could just go and link this to a product. So we go to products, we could go and link this to the Samsung case, just so they go straight over to this one over here that they're looking at. And once again, we can do that for the same for this one. So if we get rid of this, we can go to products and we can just choose the Samsung case. So now that we've done that, we can just go and link up this get yours now at the bottom as well. So if we just go back over here, go to gallery, go to this image, and where it says get yours now, we can just go and add a link. So we can go to products and we can just go and add the iPhone case. So somebody can just click on this and it will bring them over to this case as well. So then we can just go and hit save. So now that we have all of our different buttons linked up, we can actually go and change our navigation up here as well. So in order to do that, we can just go and click back over to our Shopify dashboard. And then from here, we can just go to navigation. And then from here, you will see the main menu. So let's just click on main menu. And then firstly, we're just going to delete the home one because we don't need that, because generally the logo acts as a button to go back to the home page. We can just go and remove this. Then we can just go and remove the catalog. And then I'm just going to go and add a menu item. And I'm just going to go and call this get started. And then I'm going to go and add in the collection link over here, so they go straight over to the collection of our personalized phone cases, and just click on add and save menu. So now we've done this, we can hit this little eye icon just to have a look at how that looks. So now we can just see get started over here. Now you can obviously go and add in more things as you expand your product collection. So you could go for best sellers, or you could go for iPhone cases versus Samsung cases. So if we just go back over here to the navigation, I can go and add in a navigation over here. I could go and call this iPhone cases. And then I could go and just add in a collection of all of my iPhone cases. So I could go and do that. So, or you could just go and add in a product over here. So we could just go and add in the iPhone case over here and hit add. And then if I go to add menu items, I could say Samsung cases. So obviously it depends on the type of products that you're selling. So if I go to add Samsung cases over here, then I can go to product and I can just go and add in the Samsung case over here and click on add. And then click on save, and that way we're giving the customer the option to just get started. So over here I'm just going to change this actually just so it's not in all capitals. I think it looks better like this. So let's just go and click apply changes. So they can go over to all of our different cases, or they can go straight to the iPhone case or straight to the Samsung case. So let's just go and click on save, and then we can just go and preview that once again. So now we can go and see our store. So we've got get started, iPhone cases, Samsung cases. So if they click on iPhone cases over here, then it brings them over to the iPhone case, and they can actually just go and pick that, upload the image, choose their color, add their initials or whatever they want to do. Now that we've done that, we've linked up all of our buttons, let's go and have a look at how we can actually change our product descriptions and make them a little bit more interesting. So let's go back to our Shopify dashboard, and then we can just go to products, and then let's just go and choose a product. So let's just go and choose the iPhone case over here, and we will just go and change the product description for this so that it's a little bit more enticing for our customer. Now when it comes to writing product descriptions, a really easy way to write a good product description is to have a look at what your competitors are doing. So if I go over to this website called Wraps that sells personalized phone cases, I can have a look at what they're writing and go and try and change it a little bit, but just add in some information that they're using on their product descriptions. So firstly, we have customize your iPhone 11 Pro with the UK's premium quality hard case. Now I'm going to say something like this over here. Customize your very own personalized phone case with our protective plastic iPhone case. So we can just start off with that. Then I'm just going to say all you need to do is upload an image that you want to add to your phone case and our designers will convert this into a beautiful graphic. The perfect product, so the perfect case for gifts, or I can say as a gift for friends and family. I'm also going to say we are passionate about providing unique, one-of-a-kind products, and nothing can be more one-of-a-kind than your own face. Be proud of your uniqueness. So let's just spell that. Uniqueness with a personalized phone face iPhone case. And then finally, I'm just going to go and say our cases are made to order and hand inspected from corner to corner to ensure high quality products that you can count on. So then I'm just going to go and leave the default one in over here, so where it says this sleek iPhone case protects your phone case from scratches, blah blah blah, and also just a bit more information over here. So that is how you can just go and write a more in-depth product description that your customers will resonate with a bit more. So you can also go and change the title, so you can make it related to the actual product. So you can see this one over here, we can say all over face print iPhone case. You can go and say something like that. Now if we scroll down over here, you will notice something where it says SEO. Now you are going to want to change this as well, because you don't want it to be cut off with these 3 dots over here, because that is actually going to hinder your product in the Google rankings. Now, the likely chance that your product shows up high in the Google rankings is very unlikely, because you have started out a new store. It's going to take a lot of time to kind of build up traffic towards your website in order to get it ranked on Google. But you can just go and edit the website SEO over here. So you could say something like all over face print iPhone case. You could go and change that to something like personalized iPhone case with face print or something like that. But in here, you're going to want to change this. So I'm just going to go and get rid of all of this. And I'm just going to say something like custom personalized iPhone case. Simply upload your image and let us create a beautifully unique design. And then once again, I can just go and paste that in. Our cases are handmade, so we can just go and add that in there as well. So once we've done that, we can just go and click on save. So you are just going to go and want to go and do this for all of your different products that you have. So just add in a little bit more in-depth information in your product description. So we just go and preview this now. We can now see that we have our all over face print iPhone case. They can go and choose it. They can go and upload their image. They can go and choose different colors. They can add their initials. And then we have our product description over here. And then just down the bottom, we also have you may also like, which is pretty cool to have as well. So now that we have done that, our store is coming together pretty well. So what we are going to do next, we are going to go and create some other necessary pages. So we're going to go and create a shipping delivery page, a returns and refunds page, an FAQs, the terms of service, and the privacy policy, and then we will add them to our footer. So in order to do that, we can just go back over here, and then what we can do is we can just go to online store over here, and then we can go to pages, and then from here we can actually start going and creating those other pages. The first page that we will create is going to be the shipping and delivery page. So let's go and click on add page, and then from here we can go and add in our page title. So I'm just going to go and add in shipping and delivery, and then from here we can go and add in our content. So what we first will do is go and add in a heading. So we can just go and add in a heading 1, and we're just going to call this shipping and delivery. And let's just make this text centered. So over here, when we go to alignment, we can go center align. Then if we just tab down, we can actually go and add in our information. Now I will leave a link in the description to this website over here. This is another demo store that I have created, and you can just go and copy and paste the shipping and delivery information from here into your store. So I'm just going to go and copy this over here. So let's just right click and copy this. And then if we go back over here, we can just go and paste this in now. Now you can see we have over here what are my delivery options. So over here where it says all orders are delivered using our worldwide e-packet shipping method, we can actually get rid of this. So what we can do is we can just say, depending on which company you're using to actually fulfill your products. So for example, if you're using Printful, when you scroll down over here, you can see that they use FedEx, DHL, DPD, USPS. So you can actually just go and say, depending on which country you are ordering to, we offer a number of delivery methods. We use reputable couriers such as USPS, DHL, and then we can just go and list them off: DHL, FedEx, and DPD. So let's just go put FedEx and DPD. So then we can just go and leave that like that. Now secondly, what countries do you deliver to? Now generally Printful, they ship to all countries, and they have a warehouse in Europe, and they also have a warehouse in the US. And either way, whichever country that you're shipping to, they will ship from either of those warehouses. So they ship to pretty much any country. Now generally, as a rule of thumb, most places will not ship to these countries here. So you might want to just say we currently deliver to all countries except for the following, just in case. You never know, somebody from one of these countries might try and order. It's highly unlikely, but you can just go and put that in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go and copy this and put this at the top, because this is going to be the main thing that people are looking for, is how long does delivery take. Now over here you can see that it says it takes between 20 to 35 business days. Now with Printful, if we have a look over here, and like I said, because they have a warehouse in Europe and also in the US, generally their shipping is the same across the board, whether you are fulfilling to the US or to within Europe or another country. So you can see over here it takes 2 to 7 business days to create apparel products, and 2 to 5 for non-apparel products, and then 4 business days to actually ship it out. So generally, if your products that you're selling are apparel products, you can say that it can take up to 11 business days if we do 7 plus 4. And then if they're non-apparel products, then they are going to be 9 business days. So what we can do is we can just add these together. So we can say 6 to 9 business days if it's a non-apparel product, and 6 to 11 if it is an apparel product. So because mine's non-apparel, I'm just going to say delivery can take between 6 to 9 business days, and I can just go and leave that in there. And what I'm going to do over here, I'm just going to go and add in this as well, just so that it all matches up correctly. Then we can just go and click on save. So now that we have done this, we can go and click on view your online store. And now we can just go and view this page. So now we can see that's looking all right. Now obviously you can see it's doubling up over here. So what we can do is we can just go back over here, and we can just go and delete this where it says shipping and delivery. So we can just go and delete this heading over here that we have. So let's just go and delete that, and then we can just go and leave it like that. So now let's just go and hit save. And now let's go and have a look at how that looks. So once again, let's just go and click on view page over here. Now that looks a lot better. So now we can see that we have our shipping and delivery page, and it's looking pretty cool. Now we might want to go and change this text font over here. So if you want to go and do that, you can come over here. So if we just go over here, and we can just go and change this font color to black. So let's just go and change that to all black. And now we can just go and click on save, and hopefully that should change to black. So if we just go and view page over here, and we can see that now the font has gone black, and that looks a lot cleaner. So that is our shipping and delivery page. So now we can just go and close this page and close this one. So let's just go back to pages over here, and now we can go and create another page. So let's go click on add page, and this page is going to be the returns and refunds page. So let's just go and type in returns and refunds. And then from here, we can go back over to this store skycap.store, to the returns and refunds page. And like I said, I will leave a link in the description to this page, to this demo store that I created, so you can just go and copy this information over here. So we are just going to go and copy all of this. So let's just go and copy this, and then we can just go and we can actually just paste this in here. So now let's just go and have a look through this. So what is your returns policy? Items must be returned within 14 days of receipt. They must be undamaged. Items must have all tags attached and be in the original packaging, and then items must be returned to our returns center. Now if you are using Printful, you can actually just go and use their return address. So I'll leave a link in the description to this over here, and you can go and see that the return address is here. So let's just go and click on return addresses, and then we will see that we have the returns address over here. So this is the US one over here. So what we can do is we can just go and copy this. So let's just copy this, and we can go back over here, and we can say returns address US center, and we can just bold this. So this is for people in the US, and we can just paste this in here, and we can just unbold this, and then we can say Europe center over here. Once again, we'll just bold this, and then we can just go and copy this European address over here. So let's just go and copy this, and then we can just paste this in, and we can unbold this as well. So now we have the Europe address and the US address. Now the package that they receive will also have that address on as well. So if they're in the US, they generally should receive a package from within the US. Now depending on which country, let's say they're in Brazil, then they're probably going to receive their product from the US center, so they'll know that they can return it to this one because that's what will be on their package. And let's say they're obviously in Europe, then the package will have this on, so they'll know to return it to there. Now with Gooten, you might want to have a look at their shipping returns address. So you can just go over to Google, and we can just go and type in Gooten returns policy, and we can just go and have a look at their returns address. So let's just go and click on this, and we can see here that Gooten actually don't offer a return address the same way that Printful do. So that's why I do recommend using a company like Printful, because they actually allow you to ship the product back to them and then try and get a refund for it that way, which is a lot better than having to ship the product back to your address and then try and resell it again. Now also, if we go and have a look at Printify, let's just go and type in Printify returns policy, and we can just go and have a look at theirs as well. So let's just go and click on this over here. And with Printify also, you can see that they don't offer returns or exchanges. So you can go and set up your custom returns address in the Printify settings, but that's going to be your own address. So like I said before, I do recommend generally using Printful because they do offer the best customer service overall. So what you're going to want to do is then, if you are using Printify or Gooten, you will just go and put your own address in here. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but with any business, you're always going to have to deal with refunds. That's just the way it is. And if you're not looking forward to dealing with refunds and returns, then going into e-commerce probably isn't for you. So now we've added in the returns address. There are a few other things in here. So do you offer free returns? Unfortunately not. So that basically just means the customer has to pay for packaging for a return. What if my product is faulty? Then I've just put in here, contact us. So what you can do is we can just go and change this. So I will leave a link in the description also to how you can create a free professional email address. So I'm just going to go and say in here, contact@domain.com. So just go and create a free professional email address with contact@yourdomain.com so that people can go and contact you on that if they do have a problem with their product. And then obviously you can then go and return the product to Printful, Printify or Gooten, or whichever print on demand company you are using to fulfill your product. Then over here, once again, we've said how long does the process take. So it can take up to 21 days. Generally when you refund somebody through Shopify, it is a fairly quick process, but just put 21 days just to cover yourself. And once again, if it hasn't been refunded within those 21 days, they can contact you at contact@domain.com. How can they track the status of their of their return? So as soon as your return has been received by our warehouse team, you'll receive an email. And then please note, it can take 3 to 5 working days for the payment to show in your account. So you can just say something like that. And generally over here, we have all of the bases covered in terms of returns and refunds. So now we can just go and click on save. And now that that page is saved, let's just go and click on view on your online store. And we can see that we have our returns and refunds page. Now once again, I'm just going to change the font to black just to keep the consistency with my store. So let's just go back in here, and we can go and highlight everything over here, and then we can just go to font and just change this to black, and then we can just go and hit save once again. And now that that has been saved, we can just go and click on view page just to make sure that those changes have been saved. So we can see here it hasn't taken place straight away. So I'm just going to go and try and do that again. Now, obviously, when you are using any type of technology, even things like Shopify, some things can go wrong. So just make sure you always double check things when you are making changes on your store. So I'm just going to go and let's go and just change this to gray and then back to black like this. So let's go and change it to a different color. So we can just go and change it to, let's say, green, hit save, and then once again we will just go and change it to black. So if something similar happens to your store, you can just go and do this. So now we can change it to black and hit save, and now hopefully that should have changed. So now we can see that it has changed to the black color. So that looks a lot sleeker in my opinion. So now that we've done that, we will go back to pages over here. And the next page that we will create is going to be an FAQ page. So let's go and click on add page, and we are just going to go and type in FAQ. Now we will go over to this page over here, which is the FAQs page on the demo store that I created, and I will leave a link in the description to this once again, and we can just go and copy all of this information here. So what we can see is we have orders, delivery, and refunds. Now for delivery and refunds, we've already covered those on the 2 pages that we've created. So let's just go and copy the stuff from orders. So let's just go and copy all of this, and then we can just go and paste this over here. So now I'll just run you through all of what this is. So do I have to pay for custom charges on my orders? So what we're going to say is, and in where it says SkyCap, that's going to be the name of your store. So I'm just going to go and put in your store over here. So you're going to want to change this to your brand name. So let's just say Personal Pod, for the sake of the tutorial, is unable to determine what customers' charges may be applied to overseas shipments. And what that basically means is, in some countries, when they ship an item to that country, when somebody goes to pick it up from the post office or wherever they're picking it up from, they might have to pay custom charges on it. And what that is basically saying is we as a company are not responsible for those custom charges. So you will want to go and just copy this, and like I said, wherever it says SkyCap, just go and change that to the name of your brand. What if I have not received my order? Then I've just said contact us at contact@domain.com. So they can contact you, and then you can go and contact Printful and say, where is this person's order? Then also, how can I pay for my order? And in here, I've just said we accept the following payment cards: Visa, Visa Debit, and MasterCard, as well as PayPal payments. So all of the main payments that you would expect an e-commerce store to accept. Is it safe to order online? Yes, rest assured. We use encryption software to ensure your personal details, name, address. So that's just making the customer feel safe and helping them to trust your site a bit more. Now, like I said, obviously you're going to want to change this where it says SkyCap. So make sure you go and change that to the name of your actual store. Can I make changes to my order? Unfortunately, once you have placed your order, it's not possible. So basically what we're saying is, once you have placed your order, then we've ordered it through Printful, then you can't go and change it, because that's just going to be a bit of a headache. So once they've made their order, we've put it plain and clear for them to see that they can't go and just change their order. What should I do if I receive an incorrect or faulty item? So I've just said in here, you can contact us at contact@domain.com, and then we can obviously go contact Printful and say you've sent them the wrong order, or Printify or Gooten or whoever it is, and say you've actually sent the wrong product, and try and get a replacement product or go and organize a refund. And then, can I exchange items? Unfortunately, we cannot process exchanges. So that's just going to save you a bit of a headache. Now, it's good just to have this FAQs page, just so that you kind of cover your back, because you know what customers are like. They're always trying to pull a fast one on you, and they will go and maybe cause you a bit of a headache sometimes. But if you actually have this clearly outlined on your website, you can always go and send them this stuff and say it's clearly outlined on our website, and unfortunately these are the terms of our business, and that way at least you have covered your back. So once you have created the FAQs page, you can just go and click save. Once you click save, we can just go and actually, before we go and view it, let's just go and change the font to black straight away. So I'm just going to go and highlight all of this, and then I'm just going to go and change this font color to black, and then I'm just going to hit save again. And now I can just go and click on view page. And now we can see we have our FAQs page, and that's looking pretty cool as well. So now we have created our FAQs page. We have a few other pages to create. So the next page that we want to go and create is the privacy policy. So go to pages, click on add page, and then we are going to go and create our privacy policy. So let's just go and type in privacy policy over here. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go and type in a website called getterms.io, and this is a free privacy policy generator. So if we just go over here, and we can just go and use the basic one when you are starting out, but if you do actually plan on doing this more as a long-term business, which you hopefully should be, you are going to most likely want to use this e-commerce privacy policy over here. So if I just open this up, and I will leave a link in the description to this, and it's only $30, and that means you will be fully GDPR compliant and your privacy policy will be completely compliant. But like I said, if you're just starting out and you're just going and targeting the US, then the one over here should be just fine, because this is just the basic one. But if you are going to be targeting Europe, then you probably would want to think about going for the GDPR compliant privacy policy. Like I said, it's only $30, not a massive investment when you are starting out a business, just to cover your own back and stop yourself from getting sued. So once you are over here on the privacy policy generator, all you're going to want to do is type in your website address. So if I just go for personalprintondemand.com, and then I can just go and put my company name in. So this is going to be the name of your brand. So like I said, just for the purpose of the tutorial, we can go and put this. Then you can go and put your state or location. Now generally I would just recommend, if you are outside of the United States, then just go and put in your country. So let's say for me, for example, I can go and put in the United Kingdom. Policy effective date, we can just go and put today's date, and then we can just go and choose whichever English we want, United States or US, it doesn't really matter. We can just go and click on I agree and understand, and then we can just go and click on generate terms. Now that we have generated the terms, the privacy policy will be generated for us. So we can see here is our privacy policy over here. So what we are going to want to do is go and click on copy to clipboard. Then we can go back over here, and we can just go and paste all of that text in over here. So now that we have pasted that in, we can just delete this top bar over here, and then we're just going to want to clean this up. So basically, wherever you see a line break, you are just going to go and want to break this text up for your customer. So I'm just going to go and break this up. So let's just go, like I said, wherever we see a line break, we can just go and break this text up, just so it looks a lot easier to read for our customer. And then over here at the bottom where it says generated by getterms.io, just go and delete this, because if a customer sees that, they might think it's a little bit weird, and that's going to go and actually bring down the trust of your customer, which in turn is going to make them less likely to make a purchase. So now that we've done that, we can just go and highlight all of this. Once again, change the color to black over here, and then we can just go and click on save. Once we click on save, once again we can go and click on view on online store, and we can see we have our privacy policy over here, just outlining everything. So that's perfect. So now that we've created our privacy policy, we will also go and create our terms of service. So we're going to go to pages over here, and then we can just go and click on add page, and we are just going to go and type in terms of service. And once again, if we head back to generateterms.io, once we generated the privacy policy over here, you will see terms of service as well. So we can just go and grab this terms of service over here, and we can just go and click on copy to clipboard, head back to our Shopify store, and from here we can just go and paste that in. Now we are going to want to go and clean this up once again, because it's looking a little bit messy. So firstly, let's just go and delete this over here, and then what we are going to do, we're just going to bold up all of these headings and just leave a little space between them like this. So let's just go and bold these headings up and just add in a space as well. So we can just go and bold this one, and also you're going to notice a few areas where it's just a little bit messy. So what we can do is we can just go and clean these up as well. So I'm just going to make these into bullet points. So we can just go and make these into bullet points, attempt to decompile, so that's fine over there. And then we can make this one into a bullet point as well, and we can just bring that like that. So we have our 3 bullet points over here. Then we can also just go and leave that like that. That's totally fine. We can just go and bring that up a couple of times. Then we're going to change this one to bold. Now like I said, you're just going to want to go and do little things like this, because they make your site look a lot more trustworthy. So over here where we have it like this, we can just go and clean this up just to make sure that it's all looking okay. So that's perfectly fine. And then we can go and bold this and just bring this down, and we can go and bring a space in there as well. Once again, I'm going to bold all of these headings up, add some spaces in, and this one as well, and then just the last couple of ones. So we'll bold this one up, and finally the last one over here can be bolded up as well. So let's just go and do that. Then we can just highlight it all. So just make sure, like I said earlier as well, just delete this generated by getterms.io. So we're just going to delete that. Then we can just go and change this to black once again. Let's just change that. And then we can just go and click on save. And now that that page has been saved, we can go and click on view on online store. And once again, we can see we have our terms of service, and it's looking pretty clean and professional with all of our bolded headings. So that's perfect. Now the last page that we will create is going to be the contact us page. Now this is going to be a really easy page to create. So just go and click on add page. We are just going to go and call this contact us. And then in here we can say, if you have any issues with your products or want to find out more information regarding our products or the status of your order, please feel free to contact us on contact@domain.com. We can just go and bold this up, and like I said, I will leave a link in the description to a video with how you can create a free professional email address for your store. And once you do that, we can just go and say we aim to reply within 3 working days, or we can say business days, 3 business days. And you can just go and leave it like that. That's pretty much your contact us page. So then we can just go and click on save. Now with this page, once we've saved it, I'm just going to go and change this font color to black. And with this one, I might actually just go and change this so that the font is center aligned. So let's just go and click on save once again. And now we can just go and click on view page. And then we have a simple and easy contact us page. So people can just go and contact us at our professional domain. So now that we have created all of the necessary pages for our store, we are going to want to go and add them to our footer over here. So what we are going to do is we can just go back to our online store. So just go and click on online store over here. And we are going to go and click on customize. And once the customized area loads, we can scroll down and we can go and click on footer over here. Now what we are going to do, I'm going to go firstly and change the background color to completely black, because that is how I like it. I'm going to go and change the text color to completely white, just like that, just to have a nice contrast. So we have our complete site and the bottom part is just completely black and white, just like that. Now firstly, the other part that we are going to delete is going to be the newsletter, because we already have one of those. So we can just go and click on remove content. And then what we are going to do is we are going to go we can go and click on save. We are going to go and create a navigation. So we can go and create 2 different navigations. So let's just go back over here and we will go and create some menus. So from here we can just go and click on navigation. And now from here we are going to go and click on add menu. Now the first menu we are going to go and create is this going to be called about. So this menu can just go and include our terms of service and our privacy policy. So let's just go and add a menu item, and then we are just going to go and firstly we're just going to say privacy policy, and then we are just going to go and search. We can go to pages, and then we can just go and click on privacy policy and click on add. Next one we can just go and add terms of service, and then once again we can search a page, and then we can just go and find our terms of service and just click on add, and then we can just go and click on save menu. Now I'm actually just going to go and change this to just lowercase, so let's just go and change it and save that. So now we can go back to navigation. So we've created one menu, and now we can go and create another menu. So now that we've created our about menu, we can just go and click on add menu, and we are just going to go and call this menu help. And then we are going to go and add a menu item. So the first menu item can be the contact us page, because that's probably going to be the page that people will be looking for most. So let's just go and click on pages, and then we can go and add our contact us and click on add. Then we will go and add in our shipping and delivery page. So let's just go and type in shipping and delivery, and then we can just go and search a page. So go to pages and add in shipping and delivery and just click on add, and then we will go and add our returns and refunds. So returns and refunds, and then we can just go to pages and click on returns and refunds, click on add, and then finally we can just go and add in our FAQ, and we can go and find a page and just add in our FAQ page, click on add, and then just click on save. So now that we've created our two menus, we can go to the online store again, and then we can just go and click on customize. And now we can just scroll down to the footer over here, and what we can do is we can go and add quick links over here. But what we are going to do is we're going to change this menu, and we're going to go and change this to the about menu, and we can just click on select, and then we can just go and type in about here. And then what we will do next is we will go and add content. We will go and add a menu, and then where it says quick links, we're going to change this to help, like this. Then we can go and change the footer menu once again, and we can change this to the help one over here. And then finally, you can go and add in something else. So let's just go and drag this down here. You can go and add in whatever you like as your last piece of content. So you've got a newsletter sign up, you've got text. Now I recommend just leaving it as text. So I'm just going to go and change this text over here, and I'm just going to say over here, I'm just going to go and add in. We can just say something like established in 2015, just to make our company look a little bit more reputable. And we can say we have served hundreds of customers since our inception in 2015. We aim to deliver unique, beautifully crafted products for every customer. So you can just go and put something like that in your footer, and then we can just go and click on save. And now let's just go and view our store. So we can go and have a look at how it looks on a mobile. So we can see it's looking pretty clean. We have our logo, and then we have the person holding the product. Also, we have personalized just for you with a bit of a caption, and they can just go and click on shop now. We have the how it works section. So we've taken them through the whole process of how they upload their image, how it gets converted into the certain design, depending on what the design may be, the various different ones I outlined in the beginning of the tutorial, and then how it actually gets put onto the product. Then we have a couple of products over here that they might be interested in, and then finally we have a subscribe area where they can just go and enter in their email address. And then we also just have the process one more time just to encourage and entice the customer to actually make a purchase. And then finally over here we have the about, and we also have the help section. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to go and swap these two around, just because I think that customers are more likely going to be looking for the contact us, shipping, delivery, and all of those types of pages, and these are going to be secondary pages. So when they're scrolling down, they're going to want to see this first. So now we've done that, we can actually just go and have a look also on a desktop. It's looking really clean and nice as well, and this is just going to make our store look really professional, which will increase the likelihood of a customer actually making a purchase. And then if we go and have a look, if we go and click on Samsung cases over here, then it is just going to bring me over to the Samsung case. And then over here we have the option for the customer, not on this one, but if we actually go to the iPhone case, we have the options for the customer to actually go and upload their image, go and choose their colors, add their initials, so they can completely customize the product. And they can also go and have a look at the product, and they can also go and change whichever one that they want as well. So now that we have done that, what we will do next, we will have a look at how we can actually go about fulfilling orders once a customer actually goes and places an order. So let's just go and click on save, and let's go and head back to the dashboard over here. And now we can actually go and have a look at what to do once a customer actually places an order on your store. So in order to see how we can fulfill a customer's order, firstly we need to place a test order. Now in order to place a test order, we are actually going to have to select a Shopify plan first. So over here we are just going to go and click on select a plan, and then from here we can go and pick a Shopify plan. So we can just start out with the basic plan, so we just go and click on choose this plan. And then from here, you can choose your billing cycle. So I'm just going to go for the default billing cycle. And then we're just going to scroll down and click on credit card as my payment method. And then I'm just going to go and click on add credit card and add in my payment details. Once you have entered in your card or payment details, just click on confirm. Once you have done this, we can go and click on start plan. Now don't worry, you won't be billed until your 14-day free trial ends, and if for whatever reason you choose you no longer want to continue with your free trial, you can always cancel this at any point. So now that we have selected a plan, we can actually go and run a test order. So in order to do this, we're going to go and click on settings, and then from here we can go and click on payment providers, and then once payment provider loads, we can scroll down and click on choose third party provider over here, and then from here we are going to go and type in bogus. So we are going to go and activate this bogus gateway, which will allow us to go and run test orders on our Shopify store. So just go and click on this. And then we are just going to go and scroll down and click on reactivate for testing bogus gateway. Now your one might just say activate for testing because I've already activated this previously. So your one will probably just say activate. So you're just going to go and click on this for now. So now that we have activated the bogus gateway, we can actually run a test order. So let's go and click on the eye icon so that we go over to the front end of our store. And now we can actually go and run a test order. So if we go and click on shop now over here, and then we can go and choose a product. So I'm going to go over here and pick this product. And then I'm going to go and choose some things for this product. So I'm just going to go for the iPhone 11. I'm going to go and upload a file. So let's say I am the customer and I want this to be printed on my phone case. I'm just going to go and grab this and click on open. And then I'm going to go and choose a color. And also going to add my initials to the phone case and then click on add to cart. So now that we have added that to the cart, and I've also got another one over here, I'm just going to go and click on checkout. Once you click on checkout, you can go and fill out the checkout information. So I'm just going to go and enter in my email address and my shipping address. And once you have entered in some dummy information in here, we can just go and click on continue to shipping. So now that I have gone and clicked continue to shipping, you will see this Europe flat rate, which is generated by Printful. So they've recognized that the address is in Europe. So they're going and charging the Europe flat rate. So you can see it's £2.55. Now, if you're in the US, it will probably say US flat rate. So now we can go and click on continue to payment. So now we need to go and enter in some bogus card details. So what we are going to do for the number of the actual card, we can just put a 1, which will simulate a successful transaction. Now the name on the card, we are going to go and type in bogus gateway. And then the expiry date can be any date in the future. So let's just go 0720, for example. And then the security code just needs to be 3 digits. So we can just go click on 111. And now that we have gone and done that, we can just say same as the shipping address for the billing address, and we can go and click on pay now. It will then say your order is being processed, so just give it a few moments. And now we can see that it says thank you Bob, and the order has been made. So if we go and click on continue shopping, it will just bring us back to the store. So now that we have gone and run that test order, if we go back to the back end of our store, we can go and click on orders over here. And now we can see that we have this order that was made just now and is unfulfilled. So now if we go and click on this order over here, and now we can see here is the order that the customer has made, and we can see the image that they have uploaded. So this is the image that they want to be printed on their phone case or whatever the product it is that you are selling. So what we can do is when we click on this image, it will actually download as a WebP file. So this is basically just an image that you can view through the internet. Now what we're going to want to do is we've downloaded it. Now we want to convert it to a JPEG. So what we will do is we'll just open a new tab and we will just type in WebP to JPEG. So WebP file to JPEG, and you're going to want to click on this first link over here, so convertio.co. I will leave a link in the description to this website as well. So you're going to go and click on this, and then what we are going to do is we are going to go and convert that file that we downloaded into a JPEG image. So just go and click on choose file, and now we can see here is the one that I've downloaded. So I can just go and click on open. And then once we do that, we can just go and click on convert. Once you have converted the image to a JPEG, you can just go and click on download. So now that we can see, I have downloaded the image as a JPEG. So if I go and click on open, and now we can see the image that the customer has uploaded and we have downloaded it. So now that we have retrieved the image from our order, what you would want to do next is go over to Fiverr. So let's just head over to Fiverr. And then once you head over to Fiverr, all you're going to want to do is then find your designer. So the one you originally ordered from, you're going to go and contact them and just say, you send them the image that you just downloaded and say, can you convert this once again into whatever the design is that you picked? So let's say it was this one. I can go and contact this designer and say, can you convert this image into my Disney style version? So then it's going to take a few days for them to actually go and do that. Then they're going to send it back to you. And once again, all you're going to do is go and open your Illustrator file. So the one with your design in. So if I just go and open this, so you can see over here I've got my Illustrator file ready, and in the Illustrator file all I have is this design over here. So once the designer sends the design back to me of the converted JPEG into the actual picture, I can just go and delete all of these and just redo it for the customer's one. So once we've done that, we can just go and convert that back into a picture like this. So like I showed you in the beginning of the tutorial, you're going to go and create the design, then you're just going to go and convert the design. So you're just going to export it to a picture like this. So once you have gone and done that, it's really simple. So what you can do then is head back over to your store, and then from here we are going to go and just open up apps in a new tab. So right click apps and click on open in a new tab, and what we are going to actually do is just go and fulfill the order now. So we've gone and created the design in Illustrator. Might take you a little while to go and actually do that, and then once you've done that, and like I said, you've exported the file of the customer's design, you can go and head over to here, click on whichever one you're using. So let's just say we're using Printful. We can go and click on this, and then from here we can go and click on new order, and then we're going to go and choose a basic order. So click on create your order, and then we can go and choose our synced product. So they ordered this one over here, so we can go and choose this, and then after that we can go and choose the one that they've chosen. So if you do forget, you can always come over here and have a look. So you can see they've chosen the iPhone 11, so I can come back over here and choose the iPhone 11. So I can go and click on choose on iPhone 11, and now what we are going to want to do is just go and change the design. So we can go to design, and then we can go upload file, and then let's say this was the one we just created in Illustrator with the new design of the person's picture that they uploaded. We can just go and choose this now, and then it's going to go and print this on here. Then we can go and click on continue, and then once we click on continue, we can just go and scroll down and click on continue to shipping. And then after that, all you're going to do is entering their shipping details. So if we scroll down over here, we can see the shipping address. So we can just go and enter all of that in, and then click on calculate shipping. So let me just go and enter in that information. So now I've entered the customer's information in. I can just go and click on calculate shipping, and then it's going to say flat rate again. So what we can do is we can go and click on continue to review, and then from here we can just go and pay for our order, and that's basically it. You can just go and hit complete order, and then that will be shipped out to the customer. Now it is fairly long-winded to go through this process, so we are going and extracting the image first from here. So we're downloading it, converting it to a JPEG, heading over to Fiverr, then they're going to go and convert it into a vector. Then we are going to go and open up our Illustrator file, and then once we're in our Illustrator file, we are going to go and just paste the vector image in that our Fiverr designer sends us until it is looking good. Then we can export it into the design, head back over here, go into Printful, and just go and fulfill the order. Now like I said, that's probably going to take you a few days to actually go and fulfill orders like that, and when you're starting out, you're going to be doing this manually. That's the only way it can be done, unfortunately. But what you can actually do eventually is you can go and hire somebody on Fiverr or Upwork. When you're in the beginning, obviously you're going to be fulfilling all of the orders yourself, but that is part of running a business. You're going to have to put time and effort into doing these types of things, and you might have to stay up late fulfilling all of these orders, creating the designs and converting all of the images and sending them over to designers and things like that. And like I said, it can be a lot of work and effort, but once you actually start getting a lot of orders in and your business grows, you can just go over to Fiverr and you can find somebody who will just do Shopify fulfillment for you. So you can go just type in Shopify fulfillment, and what these people will do for you, you can go and explain the whole process to them, and then they will just go and do it for you. So they will go and fulfill the orders in terms of they can go and actually go create the designs on your Illustrator. So you can just send them your Illustrator file, the one of the default design, and then just say, I want you to go and paste all of the vector images in for me, and just export them, and then go over to Printful and actually just go and enter in all of the customer's information. So you can actually go and explain that to them, and you could probably pay somebody to do this fairly cheaply. So you can see over here, I'll be your Shopify customer service and Oberlo. So this is for Oberlo, but you can actually go and find people that will do it. Probably Upwork is a bit better because you can actually be a bit more specific about what you want. But like I said, in the beginning, when you are fulfilling the orders, you're going to want to be doing this manually. So let's say you're getting 10, 20 orders a week, then that's going to go and take you around sort of 10 hours a week to actually fulfill the orders. But like I said, if you aren't willing to go and put the effort in to grow your business, then this probably isn't the business for you. But you can actually make a massive amount of profit using this business model because it's very unique to the customer. You can go and create unique designs. Obviously, like I said, the fulfillment process isn't 100% streamlined as if you were to use an app where you can just hit it and it would do it for you, because you have to go through the process of actually creating the designs, getting the images done, and then going to go and create the design on Illustrator, export it, and then put it input to Printful and enter in the customer's information and all of that type of things. But like I said, once your business grows, then you can actually pay somebody, hire somebody extra to do this, maybe for a couple of hours a week, and that's then going to go take that pressure off of you from actually fulfilling the orders, and then you can go and focus on other things to do with the business. Now that is basically everything for the tutorial in terms of actually creating the store and fulfilling orders. We will just go very briefly over shipping as well. Now like I said, generally Printful do actually just generate the flat shipping rate. So if we go over to shipping over here, and then we can actually see that we have the Printful shipping rates in here. So generally I would just go and stick to those. They're not too expensive, and they're just going to go and cover your shipping rates when you actually go and purchase the product through Printful or Printify or Gooten, whichever one you are using. You can go and just use their one. So that is what you can do with shipping. And in terms of payment providers, if you go over to payment providers over here, what you can do is you can just go and link your PayPal account over here, so PayPal Express Checkout, and that way when somebody pays through PayPal, it will go into your PayPal account. And you can also go and activate Shopify payments. So if you go and click on activate Shopify payments, and I go and click on this, and then from here it is just going to ask you a few details, and then it's going to go and ask you to enter in your banking information. So for me, because I'm in the UK, it's asking me for my sort code and account number. Now if you're in the US or another type of country, then it will ask you the most applicable information to link up your bank account. Then you can start getting paid through Shopify payments. Now like I said, that is basically it. A few other things that I might want to show you is discount codes over here. So you can go and create a discount code, maybe if you want to run a promotion on Black Friday or on Christmas or January sales or any type of promotion, you can go and create a discount code. So if we just go and click on create discount code over here, and then we can just name this. So let's just call this Black Friday. And then we can make this a percentage or a fixed amount. So if it was a percentage, you could go and make this a 10% discount. And then you can just go and click on save, and you can also apply it. So it applies no minimum requirements, so they don't have to spend £50 or $50 to get this off. It applies to the entire order. Then who is it eligible to? It could be a specific set of customers if you wanted to do that, but generally you're just going to want to make these discounts applicable to everybody. And then you've got usage limits over here, so limit number of times the discount can be used in total. So let's say you've only got 100 discount codes and then it runs out, or you can limit to one per customer, which I definitely recommend, because you don't want customers using the discount code over and over and over again. And then you can also set the start and end date. So let's say it was just for the week of Black Friday, you could just go and set the end date after that. So once Black Friday has finished, so I could just go, let's say, and set this for a week. And then you can just go and click on save, and then you have your Black Friday discount code, so you can go and advertise this in certain places. So basically that is the entire tutorial on how you can set up a personalized print-on-demand store. Now, like I said, it is going to be a lot of work trying to set up this sort of business, but the profits that you can make are really amazing because the products are so unique, and all of the different types of products that you have available to actually print pictures on that I explained in the beginning of the tutorial. This is what makes this a really unique business model. You don't just have to go with phone cases or with socks. There are so many different types of products that you could focus in on and create a niche and grow a brand around. Now, the next part of the tutorial is just going to be something extra, and I'm going to just show you how you can create really simple Facebook ads using Photoshop. And these are just going to be simple image Facebook ads that you can use if you do want to actually start advertising your store a bit more in depth. So for those of you that do have Photoshop and are looking to go and create Facebook ads for your personalized print-on-demand store, I'm just going to go and give you a quick demo of how you can create some easy ones. So firstly, you're just going to go and click on create new, and we are going to go and create a square ad. So we can just go 1080 by 1080 pixels and click on create. Then you are just going to go and click on OK. From here, we do have a blank canvas. Now, initially what we can do is we can create a few different ad creatives. So I'm just going to go and show you how to create a few different ones really easily. So the first type of ad creative we can create is with an image of the actual customer's selfie or the picture that they might upload to the actual store. So if we just go and drag this on here, and then we can just go and make this the size of our canvas. So let's just go and make this big like this. So like I said, this might be the picture that the customer might actually upload that they want to be added to their product. So in my case, the phone case. And then what we can do is we can just go and find the phone case. So I've just gone and downloaded the mock-ups from Printful. So let's just say this one over here. Then I can just go and drag this on here as well. And I can just go and twist this, maybe make it a little bit smaller. So if we just make this a bit smaller, so if you just go and hold shift, and you can go and just make it smaller so it doesn't distort. So when you hold shift like that, and then we can just go and add that in here. So you could go and add it in the top here like this, or you can go and we could twist it. So you want to go and play around with it, we could go and add it in the corner over here. So that's a really easy way to go and do it. So let me just make that a bit bigger. So let's just go and add that in there. Now what we can do is we can go and add an outline around this. So what we can do is if we hold control and actually go and select this phone case image, and then you'll see this sort of dotted line around the edge, then what we can do is we can go to select, modify, and we can go to expand, and we can just expand this by 10 pixels. And then if we go and change this top color to white, so let's just go and change this to white, so that's 6 Fs. Just type that in there, and then we can go and add a new layer. So if you go and click on this little button here that looks like a little page, that will add a new layer. You want to drag this layer below the layer of the phone case image, then hold Alt and backspace, and now you can see we've just got that white line around the edge. Now also what I have done is just gone and got a picture of a curved arrow from Google. So I've just typed in curved arrow PNG, and I've just downloaded this one over here, and a PNG just means it's got no background in. So we head back over to Photoshop, and if I just go and get this arrow, so if we just go, we can just go and put this in here, and then we can just go and twist this around. So we just go and twist this, and we can just go and flip it like this. So we can just stretch it out like that, make it a little bit smaller, and then we can just go and twist it like this, and we can easily just go and do something like this. So that looks pretty cool. And then we can just go, if we double click on this arrow, so let's just go and double click on this just on the side here, and then it will bring up this effects over here, and then we can just go and add an outer glow. So you can go and change the color. So if we go and click on outer glow, and you can go and change the size, so you can see as you change the size it kind of just glows a little bit more. You can also change the spread as well, so you can go and do something like that. So right now maybe that's got a bit too much glow, but you kind of get the general idea. Now if we go and zoom out of this, so we can kind of see how it would look on Facebook. So I think I'm just going to go and change this a little bit so we can kind of see how it would look on Facebook like this. So we've got the image over here of the person, and then we're just showing how it's being transferred from the person straight over to the phone case over here. So that's just one type that we can do. Now if we just go to file and we click on new once again, and we can go and create another one, and this time we can do it without a background, so that we can kind of just have a few different ad creatives ready for Facebook. So once again we are going to go for 1080 by 1080 and click on create. And then now this time we will go over to the website remove.bg that I showed you earlier. So we can go and click on upload an image, and I'm just going to go and upload the image of my sister over here. So let's just go and upload this image once again, and this time we can actually just go and crop out the background of this image. So now that we've done that, we can see that the background is cropped out. Now you can go and edit this just to get rid of, you can see these earrings over here, they look a little bit funny. So if we just go on edit over here, and then we can actually just go and erase. So if we click on the eraser, and then we can just erase these earrings like this, and if we make this brush a little bit smaller, we can go and erase the earring over here as well. So let's just go and erase that, and just this tiny little bit over here. Now you can always go and zoom in as well if you want to, so you can go and zoom in, and I can just erase that. So let me just undo that. So let's just click on restore this bit over here, but you kind of get the idea. Now it needs to be, you can go back like this. So if I click back, then I can just be a little bit more careful with it when I'm erasing it. So you can see I don't have very steady hands, so generally I usually just pay somebody to do this on Fiverr, but if you do want to do it yourself, you can just be a bit more careful. so you can see, and then we can just get rid of this over here. Now once you've done that, you can just go and download the image, so you can just go and hit download. Then once you download it, what we can do is we can just make a square, so we can just make a big square like this, and we can go and change the color of this square. So let's just say we wanted to change this to a kind of vibrant yellow, so let's just go and click on that. So maybe we go for, let's have a look, this yellow over here. Let's see what that looks like, or maybe this. So let's just go for this for now. And then what we can do is, once again, we can just follow the same process. Now I've just downloaded that image, so let me just go and find the one without the background. Here it is. So we can just go and put that in there, and then we can just bring this into the corner, and we can just drag this, make it a bit bigger. So we could go and make it around that size, and then once again we can go and actually put an outline around this. So if we go and hold Control, click on the actual image, so that we have this dotted outline. Once again, we go to select, modify, expand, click OK, and then we can go and expand it with this white layer. So we've added a new layer once again, drag the layer beneath this layer, then hold Alt and backspace, and we can see we've got this white around it. Now if we double click this layer, and then once this comes up, we can actually go and add a drop shadow. So if I just go and click on drop shadow, and then I just tick this, and you can see over here I've got size 20, spread is 5, distance is 5, and the color of the drop shadow is black. Then if I go and click OK on this, we can see there's a sort of shadow around this now, which makes it look really cool. So now we can actually just go, and I'm just going to add in the picture of the case again. So let me just go and pick a phone case. So this time I could go and add in this phone case like this. So I could go and do this and just twist it like that once again. So let's just go and bring it around like that. So you don't really want things to be restricted. So you can see over here that some parts of this are restricted. So what I would want to do is go and maybe move it into the corner like this. So let's go and do that. And then once again, all we need to do is just go and drag our arrow on. So let's just go and find the arrow. So we'll go and drag this in here. And then once again, I'm just going to drag it this way. So let's not make it too distorted. And then we can make it a bit smaller. We can rotate it. And we can just go and do that. And let me just go and confirm this. And then once again, if I just double click on this, I can just go and add an outer glow maybe to it. So let's go and see how that looks. Or you can always go and add, let's see what, if we can add a stroke to it. So I've added a stroke. So now it's just got a kind of a white outline around it. Now I'm just going to go and make sure that this is actually underneath the layer 1 over here, so that the white is like that. And then now if we go and have a look on Facebook, that really kind of stands out. So with the yellow background, we've got the picture of the phone case and the same picture the person's uploaded. So that makes it look really cool. And we don't even have to include any text, because people know automatically what we're trying to get at. This picture printed on here, and then within our actual Facebook ad copy, we can just write personalized printed or personal custom printed phone cases and something like that. So I thought I would just do this quick tutorial on how you can create these simple, easy Facebook ads like this, so that just to give you that little extra edge when you actually start advertising your store. So hopefully you have enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up if you have, and share it with your friends and family if they want to go and start a business like this. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next video.